I like or hate when we can build.
Yeah. What's the next part?
We should have someone we know in every field.
We missed you last episode, see, man.
We should have
You was
someone
here, but
we
you
know
wasn't
in
here.
every skill.
See, it was uncharacteristic.
And I should be able to call all, every, any, and last one of them to break bread with my people, bread. Break bread with my
I like your setup. That's pretty cool.
people.
That's pretty cool.
Hey, we gonna see it, everybody. I'm in the building, you know. Sorry, bro. I might be a little off, bro. I'm deaf in one ear, y'all. I woke up, nigga. My whole right ear gone, bro. So we gonna play this by ear, the left one that is, and keep this show rolling. I'm here, and I'm starting early for once, since everybody likes starting early without seeing, you know. Who else ever wanna introduce themselves? That's completely up to them. I feel like my presence have been proven.
So who we proving your presence to, see?
Same old people have been proving myself.
She had shit to prove in this life.
Trying to take over the world.
Since we lacking the show intro theme music,
Right. Technical difficulties by AP.
This is the Revamp Podcast, where we talk about ideas, concepts, and standards. We talk about politics and events all the way down to social issues. If you haven't noticed by now, we are in a different location. Shout out to Slotwagon, though. You know, that's always going to be our second home. But we are in our spot, you know what I'm saying? This is County Main Studios. This is also a retail spot. We got stuff all over here, all on sale. Go check out the Instagram. Like I said before on the live, I'm trying to get booked for some studio time artists and creators. I'm talking to you. Man, holla at Danny Schenkel. Holla at AMNGEAP, my nigga. But prices, for beats, for package deals, for memberships, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is the place you want to be. Like I said, it's the littest spot nobody know about yet. So yeah, my name is Uncle Lonnie, Sincerely Super Villain, and I'm gonna let my co-host do their thing. But even as as Common AP, as Common AP practice, he even late on the intro. AP late. That should be that. AP latte.
AP latte. I like that. What you think?
If you gonna indulge you,
Look at it's like a commercial already. It's like a commercial already. AP latte. You're gonna indulge. You have no choice but to. He leaves you no choice but to indulge in his latte.
I got a question for Steve. I hope Steve you can answer this question.
I'm ready, bro. What's the question?
All right. I was just thinking in my head, in the state of COVID right now, in the state of COVID, what's who's banging like that? Who is banging like that?
Oh, Zeno.
Oh, man. What's the front side?
So,
I ain't gonna lie, Zeno, bro. I brought a turtleneck yesterday, bro.
Oh, shit.
I'm about to try to pull it off.
You know you would. Man. What's going on with the revamp, man? Zeno in the building, y'all. My cousin. Blood couldn't bring us any closer. Grab this, shit name.
how much more time you need?
Are you still waiting on the
I mean, not really. I'm just waiting,
We're waiting for you to start telling some topics now.
I mean, I got a topic, like I said, I got a topic.
I'm listening, bro.
So COVID, we going back into a second lockdown. I'm not feeling it. So with this COVID shit, I was wondering who has the best advantage right now to be successful, small business or corporate business?
Corporate shit.
Why?
They already got a foothold in shit going on in space and shit. And
Not to mention the Democrats are passing a law to shut down a lot of small business. You feel me?
That looked like the one we just ordered too.
Oh, yeah,
Exactly like
order
that.
some shit. I mean, two is always better than one.
You feel me?
Shoes.
Pears.
Right.
So if you feel like that, then this don't even feel like it, bro.
I nigga got a heat press, boy. We in there. 2 heat presses, bro. Ain't nothing better than progress, bro. Nothing is better than progress. Nothing is better than farther than you was the day before. Nothing. Bro, what's the next topic, bro? What question you just ask me, bro? Who started? Ain't it guitar, bro?
where you was talking about
No lie, I might need Zeno feature for that for the tape.
everything was
So we was I asked the question. I'm like, in this whole COVID shutdown shit, who do you think has the best advantage to succeed, small business or corporate business? Yeah. Corporate? Why is that?
It's corporate. I mean, corporate funding. You get corporate investors. Those corporate investors don't help. Don't make sure that business works because they invested. And let's not talk about trades. Once you go public trading, they get a percentage of everything that company
they got the money.
brings in.
All right. I'm not disagreeing at all. I was just thinking about one thing. So one thing I was thinking about, right? So like, are the laws more strict on corporate businesses as opposed to like small businesses? So like, say if they say we got to shut down, some got to shut down for a corporate business, you can't really be on the low like you could with a small business. Is what I'm trying to say.
That's all I'm saying.
So
Because at the same time, if you get shut down, you get shut down. And if you get shut down legally,
well, this niggas I know with barbershops right now that's supposed to be closed, but them niggas is in there.
That's
Okay, you know
what
what I'm saying? That's what
like small business should be under.
but if they get that bond,
They ain't gonna be able to pay that thing.
Nigga, it's gonna be done.
They better hope they got some stacks up.
and it's a small business, so if they gotta pay that fine, it's just this fine will shut down forever. Because you're going against business law at that point.
So I see the risk there. Okay.
Big risk.
It's a okay, I see the risk.
Big
there.
risk, big reward.
As far as a corporate business, they're gonna work around it. Because they got the money to work around it, to evolve.
Yeah.
Think about UPS, a corporate business.
They fuck up, they
We
got it back
still,
up.
we still have to work through the pandemic.
Okay.
Hey,
Put some stuff in this trash. Put out the
hey,
bag.
my brother plays, who plays?
Yeah.
You play sex?
Yeah.
What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all? What's up?
Meet Coltrane.
Who plays sex?
Meet Coltrane.
Really?
As of today.
Oh. But I'll let my brother teach you. You cut it for her.
Hi guys, where's the heater?
Introduce
Hi.
ourselves. I think I'm gonna to
My name is Action.
I got some water in my trunk if you want to go get you some. Get some back on my
Jazz playing extraordinaire. That nigga. Host of her show about nothing. And in the David Ruffin of the revamp.
You hell stupid. Okay, we're gonna talk about
business succeed better than small business. They got a better-
Through this COVID, who succeeded more, small business or corporate business?
Coltrane. Okay.
Small Business Saturday. Have you shopped black today?
I would say corporate business is succeeding. They are finding ways to, fuck up the income for everybody else. So people like Amazon, Target, and all of them. Where's mine? They're the ones making all the money. Because Amazon is taking over grocery stores now. They got-
Amazon is taking over the world. And
Exactly.
Nobody hears it when I yells it out.
They are. They're gonna close down malls.
Nah, you really want
Amazon
to
is gonna make malls obsolete.
They already closed down malls. They're using the closed down malls as fulfillment centers.
Yes.
You bought that?
I'm glad somebody knows.
No,
Bro,
I
I've been yelling this out to the top of my lungs.
Did
so
I
excited.
tell you Peter up there one time?
So excited.
No,
I'm
Peter.
gonna be a dazzler.
One time for the one time. One time for the. All right.
To blow. I'm so excited to blow.
I am.
Damn, I gotta pee,
Keep
y'all.
blowing. Keep on.
Okay.
Blow every chance you get.
That's just so
I was-
sad.
How was everybody's week?
Fabulous.
How was your week, Nye? Let me hear it. What you do?
Fabulous.
What you do, Nye?
I laid on my ass all day
What's been
yesterday,
going on?
and I didn't do shit. I went to work, and then I slept with y'all a little bit, and that was about it.
Also voted this way.
What you do for the week, AB?
I knew it felt
What
weird.
I do?
Yes.
Work my ass off.
Okay.
Avoiding
Oh,
sin.
yeah, hold on.
Do you know how hard? Do you know how hard it is during the week to avoid sin?
What you do for the week, man?
What are we talking about right now?
How hard it is during the week to avoid sin.
We just asking what niggas
They go back. This up.
What you do for the week, Sam?
What I do for the week?
How was your week?
I went to school. So I'm just, we didn't do nothing except throw this motherfucking Thanksgiving dinner event. So, we've got to pass out a place and shit. I hope you got you a place. You feel me? That was it. The main course of my week. You feel me?
Oh, these are yours. You got three.
What you do for the week, Action? What you do for the week, Action?
I went to work.
No, really.
I made stuff. I'm having a virtual art exhibit tomorrow. I thought it was today. And I'm also going to spend time with my friend Coltrane. And I went to a twerk class today, and I just found out that my butt can move.
Ah, shout out to my
I'm
kids.
mad, though. Because I for sure clicked on Action Live thinking it was an art show, and I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
You
Hell
got
no.
down 2 chicken tacos? What you get?
3 case of beer. Yeah.
What you do for the week, AP?
Okay.
What you do for the week, Dan?
Work. 8 came here. Seen the kids, then helping the kids. Same old shit. Another week.
What you do for the week, cousin Zeno?
Oh man, for the week, work, chop couple heads and shit for this damn Thanksgiving shit.
What you do with the bed?
What I do with them heads?
Yeah, you got them stored in like a freezer somewhere? You got them stored in like a freezer somewhere?
What's niggas' favorite meal for Thanksgiving? What's niggas'
Favorite meal
favorite dish?
Thanksgiving? My favorite dish. I'll say my sis, boy, she had this seafood macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
Me. That shit was on
I
smack.
need some of that mac and cheese.
Yeah, that shit was on smack.
So good.
And another thing, shout out to the Revamp Podcast, man. I love the growth. You feel me when it comes to shout out to y'all, man.
Right on.
Shout out to you.
JP, what's your favorite dish, man?
My favorite dish for Thanksgiving
Yeah.
is stuffing with the cranberry sauce. You gotta have the cranberry sauce. I can't eat that. And ham.
All right.
Thanksgiving ain't Thanksgiving if there's no ham.
Okay.
Why?
See, what about you? What's your favorite dish?
Greens with hot sauce.
Word?
Greens. I love greens. Greens go crazy.
That's what you look forward
People-
to. That's
People was raised off greens. People specialize in greens. They have a whole greens contest in the South. Who can make the best greens, bro?
They got a greens casserole.
Oh, I'm gonna have to make some greens though.
What inspired you to eat green?
I don't know. It's greens have a distinctive taste. You can't just eat everybody greens. So I'm gonna have to taste your greens.
Oh, you
I
better
can't just-
ask about my shit.
if I like the taste of your greens, then I'll eat your greens.
Please, my greens lit as fuck.
Yeah, what's your favorite dish in Thanksgiving?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Bro, that's every day though. That's every other day.
No, but Thanksgiving mac and cheese. No, bro. Thanksgiving That shit mac and cheese different, bro.
What?
I ain't gonna lie, he mean that. Dev made some hot saucy mac and cheese on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Shout
that was
out to Dev.
You don't normally put mac and cheese in the oven. On
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, though?
What?
You
Oh,
got-
see, that's a guy
What?
thing. That's a guy thing. Yes, you do.
Mac and cheese in the oven?
You dog.
You do it on the stove top or any
No,
other
no
way.
lie, bro.
If that
No
shit
lie,
is
no lie. Dev, Dev. Cause I feel you coming from. I go to this restaurant called Mac,
Oh,
and they make all their mac and cheese on top of this griller. It's this restaurant called Mac in Frisco. They make everything with macaroni and cheese,
What do you
fish,
want some
shrimp,
quick? Nigga, you got
bacon.
about
It's called
30,
Mac. They make
45
everything
minutes.
mac and cheese.
You gonna make
That
it
nigga
quick,
bread.
minute. Put it in the motherfucker, let it boil, pour the water, the powdered cheese, and put some milk in it.
powdered cheese.
No.
I'm not your favorite
The
dessert.
cheese is coming in a pack.
Ooh, okay, we're gonna get on that. Yes, next. I ain't gonna front. Actually, did you say yours already?
Oh, my favorite Thanksgiving dish? I would say,
He only put it on.
Yams.
I mean, I don't really do much on Thanksgiving, and I don't really like eating people's food. So I would say, if I cook, I would say it's dressing.
Straight up. Dressing is one.
Dressing? That's what I'm talking about. Actually. Cranberry sauce?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what I recently discovered?
Yeah.
I think niggas sleep on this a lot, bro. I didn't know how good turkey necks was.
Turkey.
Damn, I fuck up turkey necks, bro. I will fuck up some turkey necks, bro.
Cabbage. Cabbage be the shit.
Yeah, cabbage. Cabbage dressing, mac and
Yeah,
cheese.
yams and
Yams with
cornbread.
marshmallows
That's
in
my
them.
shit. Yams and cornbread. I eat that with everything.
Oh yeah.
Yams and cornbread.
Yams is a well-known dish to be like.
Yeah, I like yams too. I like yams. Yeah.
I don't think anybody turned down yams. Who turned down yams?
I'll turn down yams if it look dry.
It looks dry. It looks stupid.
Yeah, because I'm
It
not about
looks stupid.
Like
Yeah.
desert looking. Stupid.
Cause I ain't gonna lie.
These ain't yams. These
We
dry.
didn't get up. Hey, we didn't get up out of here on Thanksgiving till about 11, almost midnight. Are they really enforcing that curfew shit?
I don't think so. Because I've been outside for past.
They enforcing out there?
Nigga damn near got behind me last night.
So the onions make sense.
I feel some kind of way though.
Make sense.
Say
We
what?
ain't got no somewhere else sauce that for kids.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Because nobody shouted off the top of
You
you.
can dip them in the sauce.
I want
The
to.
what?
Y'all always catch me in the back fucking up food. Every time I turn around, I'm in the
Yeah,
back
what's
eating
that-
something with
Yeah,
my
what's that
food.
woman on Instagram that be fucking up lobster just hella, and she hella viral off of it? She
Oh, like,
be on there.
That shit be ridiculous.
I be jealous of her. I'll be like, bitch, what's your resume look like? How are you getting placed with just straight crab and lobster out of nowhere? Then when you stand up, you thick as fuck. I'm like, God damn, bitch, I gotta be thick to get free plates?
What?
3 plates though.
Damn.
Same thing with Man versus Food, that Adam guy. This nigga
BT
caught high cholesterol. This nigga go to anywhere, Travel Channel pay for the food. Nigga, I'm like, what does this nigga resume look like, bro? Why don't I have a job like that, bro?
You gotta be a well-known
Apply,
eater.
sir. Apply.
Exactly.
You gotta be a well-known eater.
You just
That's
gotta
it.
start a channel, go viral.
Bro, I ain't about to get in a hot dog contest. I will eat a pie eating contest.
Who needs hot dogs in 2020? Fuck you, disgusting.
I'm pretty sure hot dogs should have stopped in the 90s.
For sure, for sure.
There's a whole contest about
Why don't y'all
it. There's a whole
That's
contest.
nasty.
do y'all eat hot links?
I do eat hot links. Yes, I do.
So what
She
the fuck is the difference?
Because girth matters.
Yes.
I like my meat dog.
Why do you was gonna laugh? Because girth matters.
Nasty guys.
One day y'all gonna get to a point where y'all can't be so big.
It got better.
You gotta settle for the skin.
It got better.
Your name is Needle.
Hey, if you guys haven't realized by now, I don't have many topics for this episode, so I'm really freestyling the fuck out of this shit. I think I actually got the topics, but we gonna get to them in a little bit. I can understand.
Actually, I only got topics.
See, you got
No,
topics
see,
too.
you
I
got
love
topics
C
too.
topics.
Say.
Matter of fact, that brings us to our first
I
topic.
come consistent.
That
with
brings us to
topics,
our
bro.
first topic.
We are
Me
the
and
topic-
her.
We are the topic.
We are
drivers.
asking YouTube. We asking y'all on Instagram.
And I got so much shit going on in my life. You'll never know what's going on in my life. My topics be so relevant, so real, so genuine, bro.
This nigga just interrupted.
You kind of did. I heard it.
Fuck off.
I heard you. See?
So
Definitely
Instagram,
here, bro.
Instagram, YouTube. What's the difference between Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving? This is a seed topic, so you go ahead and facilitate, brother.
Ooh, okay.
Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving. It's a certain type of art to be able to be genuinely loved everywhere, bro. I want to say, for this Thanksgiving, this year or any other year to come, never overstay your welcome. I feel like people mistakes that for a lot of things. You know, you could keep the best relationships ever if you never overstay your welcome. And I'm pretty sure you know what that means when I say that. If you don't, you know, retract your life. You probably one of them people that overstay your welcome. You know, you need to be missed sometimes. Let us miss you.
Are you talking to me?
No, not you. Not you.
No, because I don't know who's on the Instagram, but y'all fucking stuck with me. Sorry.
You
That's right.
ain't the only one. You ain't the only one on our Instagram.
So what you're saying is,
But like,
if I'm hearing you
I'm
correctly,
just speaking in general. If anybody feel guilty, that's on you.
If I'm hearing you correctly, though, that means you can take outside of Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What is Thanksgiving as opposed to regular taking?
Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving.
What it sound like, bro? You tell me.
Honestly,
When you hear it, what do you
okay,
hear?
I think
Before I say anymore.
when I hear it, right, Thanksgiving seems like somebody who takes something with no, yeah, almost like that, with no,
Ungrateful, like.
yeah, like they're
Yeah.
almost entitled, almost like
Yeah, that only
like
comes around
you take it almost like damn, like you deserved it. You almost, you feel me?
And your
As opposed to rather take, you show appreciation, like you appreciate what it is. Thanksgiving is just saying you got your hand out. That's what I hear when I hear that phrase. Is that what that is? Is that what you're talking about?
Nail in the coffin, man. Please, thank you. Man. I can't explain to you how many bodies out there that's out there Thanksgiving. And it, every day, you feel me? So don't just pick Thanksgiving. Don't pick just Thanksgiving to Thanksgiving. You need to be Thanksgiving every day.
They
You
be
know?
sitting up there amongst their food that they took from somebody else, talking about, I'm thankful that I was able to take all week. Like,
That's all I'm saying, man. You know, be more thankful, be more grateful. That's what I mean.
by giving more.
Hey, you know, my pops always used to tell me, say, before I went to your house back in the day,
Yeah.
nigga, don't burn up your welcomeness, nigga. You always over
Turn
there.
it up. Burn it up.
I'm like, man, it's good, pops. They love me.
Straight up. You know what's funny? He never did. I almost say he always welcome to come over. Always, you feel me? That's a perfect example. My cousin Zena.
I'm over there.
Don't burn up that welcome. Don't overstay your welcome to people, bro. Let them miss you, bro. That's beautiful. It's a great thing.
You taste it?
I have to ask somebody else to taste it. Taste it.
I don't know it's pork. If I like it.
The white guns are better than mine.
Go ahead, but you supposed to be.
Oh, yeah, the next person.
Yeah, go ahead, asking everybody.
Everybody else wait. I think Zeno just wait. That was your opinion on it, Zeno. What your dad used to tell you? Like, you want to elaborate more?
And if I'm present, well, I'm welcome, man. For sure, I'm not just gonna be a body. I'm, you know, I'm gonna get some shit done. Maybe
This is chicken.
if it's elderly, you know.
Why did you order before me, after me?
Who you want to go next? See,
Yeah. What's the difference between Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving and thanks what?
Thanksgiving. When you hear Thanksgiving, what do you hear? What does that mean to you?
I don't know. I can't even make sense. I don't know. You gotta elaborate.
I'm just talking about it. I'll move on to somebody else. AP, what you think? Did you already say it?
Yeah, when I think we
Say some
kind of
meat.
talked about it a little bit. When I was thinking Thanksgiving, I'm like, is that something that somebody has to like be aware of on Thanksgiving that they like be thankful for taking. But it's like,
Have you ever got a gift from somebody that you felt like, I probably shouldn't take this from you? Whether you took it or not. Like somebody ever got you something, you felt like coming from like, I probably shouldn't take this.
if I did, I got over it real quick.
And you took it or you didn't take it?
I took it.
Damn.
You mean the bitch yesterday? Not you.
If
Person ain't me the bitch yesterday. The bitch comes back to his door with a PS5 the next day.
so
So is that things taken?
If he hey, fuck yeah, that's things taken.
it'll be more so like the
I don't understand what
So when
things taken means.
So when I broke it down in my mind, I said when I hear that shit, bro, it sounds like somebody who basically takes without prejudice. That means it's somebody who takes without really realizing the value of the gift. Yeah, ungratefully, without realizing the value of the gift. That's things taken. You just don't really appreciate, as opposed to just regularly receiving something. Thanksgiving versus thanks taken. See topic.
Thanksgiving.
because even on Thanksgiving, I feel like a lot of people don't even put me. I feel like people get so caught up in the history that they don't even think about the whole being thankful or whatever, or even making it up till Thanksgiving for living that long, you know? So even simple stuff like that, I feel like a lot of people lose that aspect.
And holiday. If you want to think about it and bring it to the roots. And what they was giving thanks to was being alive and the trees and thank you for this water that's going through this earth. Thank you for, you feel me?
And I feel like that principle has gotten lost somewhere along the way.
And we gonna feast because we, you feel me? Because you're giving us the opportunity to feast off this land, off these animals, off these fruits and vegetables, off this, off that. You get what? Thanksgiving. We're giving thanks to the higher being. You get what I'm saying? So all that got lost.
Who next?
That's everybody. Actually, you answered it. No,
No.
I'm sorry. Thanksgiving versus Thanksgiving.
When I think of things taken, I think of the Caucasian way of life. I think of the inherited entitlement that they have given the people that have lived under their government for the last 404 years. I think of people that feel like you're giving it because God wanted them to have it. And even if you didn't physically give it, it was put in their way. So therefore, if they can pick it up, drag it, kill it, it was theirs. They don't have no value in anything that is not of their property. And if it's something that they want to become their property, they will take it.
Which was the pilgrim.
Right, which is white people.
Same thing.
Nah,
you
and
agree?
then when I think of Thanksgiving,
What's Thanksgiving? I'll break it down.
I think of people just eating because it's their day off.
People eating the loss of the concept. Yeah.
I got a question. I got a subtopic to see something. A question. Has anybody ever gotten a gift for somebody else too soon? Keep it real.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, have you ever gotten a gift for somebody who's like, you probably regretted it later on, like, damn, that probably sent the wrong message, or I probably shouldn't have got that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Action, what's your story?
I feel like I painted one of my best pictures and gave it to somebody that, it came from the heart, but,
I agree. That shit could be hanging in my house right now, sis.
and then there's been times where people have bought me jewelry or bought me stuff, and I'd be like, what? And then they'll be like, oh, well, because you're my girlfriend, or because I love you, or whatever. And I'm like, why? Because I don't feel the same way. It was too soon. So now I feel like I gotta be kind of cool with you because you did something nice for me.
What about you,
That's
man?
a big ass piece of garlic. You ain't gonna catch me.
Oh, my bad about to be playing. I'm about to be hot as fuck. Yes. But for me, I'm not thinking in terms of like material shit. I'm thinking more in terms of times where I've given my
All of
time
you?
to somebody too soon, or given myself to someone too soon. Yeah, I've definitely done that. And then you be beating yourself up later, like, why the fuck did I do that?
I never be feeling like I gave myself too soon.
I did. I shouldn't have fucked that man.
Damn.
Sorry, mama, because she be watching. Hi, mommy.
Damn it.
She gave
I'm
up
not
all
watching
the
y'all.
goodies to that man.
Too much salsa, too much. Fuck, okay.
My mom watching too.
She
And
was
my
like,
auntie
yo,
My
they
mom
smoke
watches.
a lot.
and my cousin.
What about you, AP? You have that revenue?
Yeah.
Right.
So, growing up in school, my mama, she always made it a point for me and my brother if we had a girlfriend around Christmas or freaking Valentine's Day. If we had a female who was talking to a fucking lady, she would make it a point that we would get her something. Even if I was against it.
Yeah.
So it was this one Christmas that, I started talking to this one female, and I was thinking shit going on smooth. Mind you, I'm not really keeping the signs because there's another nigga that I used to go to school with me that she used to always ask me about. And I never peeped the fact that I never peeped the infatuation with that. But, I'm for me to fuck with this bitch, you for me, around Christmas time come around. My mama decides. My mama decides, hey, you got a girlfriend. We need to go get her a present.
Shit.
So Christmas time come around and my mama like, hey, you got a girl, we need to go get her present. So we go out, go shopping or whatnot. We get the girl a necklace.
The bitch a necklace.
Yeah.
Get the bitch a necklace.
So get her a necklace, present her with the necklace. About a week later, I stopped getting a call from her. Matter of fact, she stopped picking up my call. A couple days after that week, I find out she fucking with the nigga that she was infatuated with. So I was like, oh yeah, bro. I ain't even making it in the years with these bitches.
In our case, of theory of tacos.
What, somebody asking about that?
With my cousin.
So yeah. Don't be go out quick spend your money with it.
Bitches, leave these bitches alone. Listen to me. Dreams are for suckers.
See that rapping you go get that position.
What? Bitch gave me a gift too soon? I gave a bitch a gift too soon because I got stories to tell you.
Oh, damn.
Tell us one where you gave her get to something.
Oh yeah.
See, you don't give nothing.
This stupid bitch. I told this bitch. I was like, you didn't even want to get out. Just a couple months anyway. I was like, listen to me. This ring right here, this ring I always wear on my finger, I need you to hold it for me, okay? I don't want you to lose this. She was like, wow, you really want to give it back to me? I'm like, yes. Bitch. Now, the ring was fake, okay? But it's the principle of the thing. It's attached already, you know? So I had her hold the ring. She held it for like a week and a half. And you know, I started forgetting about it, letting it slide my head. One day I was like, hey, what that ring I gave you? She was like, oh, I lost it. You lost it? She was like, I mean, who gives a female a ring within a week anyway? I was like, see,
What?
you ain't ready. The ring was fake. But that ain't the point. She was like, who taught you how to do relationships? I'm like, yes, I know. You ain't ready, babe.
That's right.
You ain't ready. Taught me how to do relationships. Relationships is taught through experience.
You in the test that bitch?
I ain't on front. I'm gonna piggyback off of what Nye said. I more on the physical or like that type of aspect, not like right.
With
financially.
sex?
No, bro. I'm
That
just
nigga
saying more
said
like
them wholesale
I would
stuff like
say when you give so much yourself, you lose yourself. That's giving up something too soon.
Yeah.
Anytime you lose yourself in somebody else, you're giving up yourself way too soon. So
that.
yeah,
How soon is not too soon to give up all of this?
you gotta remain.
Do not give up on
Wait, what you say?
How soon is not too soon to give up all your life? When's
Give
the perfect
up on
time to give up all of yourself?
A casket.
The casket. Casket.
Give up on that's me.
You up out of here. You give up all yourself.
That's deep. That's deep right there. That's stuff deep.
That's deep. That put you speed. Put you in the casket.
I did.
Right along with your tacos in the casket.
Man.
Yeah. So anyway, that was my subtopic.
I like it.
Do we have any other topics? Any other topics? Can we move on? Seed had another one that
Like
was.
smacking them.
What's the explanation? What's the explanation of a pig?
Yeah, what's your explanation?
You go to somebody else and cut them off.
Classic AP. Classic AP. Cut you all the way off. Classic AP.
Shout out to AP Latte
AP Latte!
with the intro 30 minutes after the fact. You feel me?
It's 8 o'clock. We starting now. That's
We
the time.
supposed to be at it, my nigga.
You know, I can talk to you working.
ABL merch coming soon. More
For
ABL
sure.
merch coming soon. Merry Christmas.
You check.
More ABL merch coming soon. Merry Christmas. AP got on the white long sleeve. It's only 25. These are going for 40. What is the next topic, bro? I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Next topic?
Who ready? I'm
Next
ready.
topic.
Tacos, burritos, and nachos.
Damn it!
What about them? Which one's better? I say tacos.
Tacos? What about you?
Crunchy, not soft.
Tacos, burritos, or what?
Tacos, burritos, and nachos.
Burritos.
Burritos?
Burritos.
MP, what you?
I like to stick my beef in the burrito.
Okay, actually, what you?
Not just any taco, but quesadilla.
Quesadilla tacos. Okay, now, my question now, all y'all meals, right? Do y'all eat the radishes and all the extras, or y'all just leave that shit alone?
Look at me.
The peppers,
I just
not
ate
the
mine.
radishes, not the carrots, but just
I
the
just
peppers.
You just eat just the peppers?
Just the peppers?
Or you
I
a
eat the
spicy
I
ass
eat
nigga?
You a spicy ass shit!
I eat the peppers and the onions.
I just ate
Pepper.
You eat onions? Why do you eat the onions? What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Fuck is
You
right?
eat peppers and onions?
Peppers and onions!
Why AP be
Oh,
so
that is
offended?
ridiculous.
No, we
That's
so
what
y'all,
I'm
Because I feel, I feel about that about onions. Peppers is cool. I like peppers.
Bro,
When I
because
feel the
y'all is
cheesesteak,
gross, bro. Y'all just be walking around with pepper and onion breath like it's cool.
I feel like it's
I'll let it be known. I grill my onions.
Yeah.
So,
Bro,
yeah.
Bro, I don't care what you do with onions, bro. You eating pepper and onions like it's good, bro.
it. Is.
Bro, no, it's not.
That's not how it goes.
Well, you eat stuffing, sir.
like it's good, bro.
And stuffing is fucking gross.
Stop.
We all know. You
Stuffing
and
is
your stuffing
good
in
as
your
shit.
watch only 5.
Watts only 5.
Always gotta have
35 miles.
Good job.
Oh, I'm not chucking no 35 pounds again. Lady, ma'am. Now we want some pride.
Why only?
God damn. Do you have any Negro pies? All right, topic. What's the next topic?
I had a topic.
We
What's the
already
topic?
know we was talking
It
about.
was, do you feel like there are women that go out of their way to sabotage their man in their dream, in his dream?
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
Elaborate on that a little bit. You want to elaborate on that first?
So I've noticed in doing business with men, a lot of times they're women, if they're not in the mix, they don't want him to do business. Or what's also happening is if they do business and they're there while he's doing business, they have to sabotage it. They have to vet the woman. They have to figure out what she's doing. And chances are they're planning on running that person away. So you just fucked off his money. You fucked off opportunities and fucked off a potential word of mouth where someone could have spoke highly of him to the next person. So I've seen it. I've been there and, been the person that was trying to do business with somebody. And I've also seen it on TV where like people are real life just, if they can't be in the middle, if they can't be there, if they can't go to the club with their rapper boyfriend, if they can't, if your boyfriend's a mechanic and he's about to change to some girl tired, she gotta be there holding a motherfucking flashlight. Like, why are you here? Why are you here?
You said
You make it completely
But
awkward.
it's true though.
She has to be the person to answer the phone. I don't like the way she talks. Like, you're going out of your way to sabotage your man. Why is that? Like, I don't understand that. It's weird to me.
Is this just a business in general?
I'm only gonna speak on business.
Yeah, because we both experienced that.
Because is it business in general, or is it business with another woman?
I think it's business with a woman, or the possibility of women. Like, say for instance, like the whole rapper, promoter, like inside a club, for instance, right? It'll be a situation where like a female will be like, well, there's gonna be women there, so why you didn't invite me? And it's like, bitch, it's not my place. Like, when you do come, any bitch that brushed past me, who is that? So it's just kind of like, you're making it a problem. They start fights with bitches. They want to, just do extra stuff. So why do they feel like it's okay to sabotage your man in your dream if you're not, like, a part of it?
No question.
She got facilitate.
I know. It's clarity.
Okay.
Or no, never mind. Go ahead.
No, it's fine.
No,
So you can answer the question. So what do you need to know?
I'll wait till the end.
Okay, well,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
you answer the question.
Honestly, I think at the end of the day, deep down it's fear, insecurity. I think like they fear like they fear progress. I think it's like progress. If you see the motherfucker progressing and you don't feel like you're progressing, it kind of makes you insecure about what you bring to the table or what you bring to the relationship or whatnot. I hate using that word, but that's all it's worth. So it kind of makes you self-conscious. So in order to ease that, I'm not sure if they are aware that they're doing that, but they subconsciously start doing shit to they want to do things that make them comfortable, but they don't realize it's like, damn, it's a little much. But like to reiterate real quick, I just think it's fear and insecurity, the fear of being abandoned.
Yeah.
So, what about the ones that they don't care if he's going to leave or if he's going to stay? Like, they're just like, I'm just going to do it. Like, just period. Like, no.
Do what?
Sabotage his business or whatever. Like, okay, I'm asking because I have sons, and there's someone I used to work with who's a barber. He literally had to turn me away because, and he does good at it too. But he had to turn me away because he said his girlfriend that he had at the time did not appreciate women being in the home. She was not there. And she didn't care about the money being brought into the home. She didn't care about none of that money being applied to any of the household bills or expenses. So, did you say that was selfish?
No, that's
Because
selfish.
see, that's what I was thinking while you were talking. So that's my point. Okay, I have a brain fart. I feel like they're selfish a lot of times because at the end of the day, I've learned dealing with who I dealt with for so long. You can't stop anybody, any grown ass individual, not even a child, from doing what they want to do. If someone has set their mind, like, oh shit, she just walked in to get her kid's haircut, I'm about to fuck her. If you want to do that, you got your mindset on that, that's what you're gonna do. Or at least make an attempt to do it. So I feel like women that do that are selfish as fuck. on top of being insecure. It's selfish as fuck because at the end of the day, I was with someone who worked in clubs around rappers and women and all kind of shit. Bitches would throw themselves at him and all the shit, but I've never come to his job and asked him for it. I've never stopped the bag of his because I know at the end of the day, that shit coming home. You might fuck a couple bitches, but the money's still coming home. So I feel like they selfish as fuck.
That's interesting because I think with this topic especially, unless action in particular has something different, has a different perspective, I think we all like are in agreement or in alignment with the perspective of this question, which begs the question like, are we really gonna get to the bottom of like why that really goes on? Because at the end of the day, this is really just speculation from our end, like how we feel about it. It's like we don't really know how they feel or why. Because half the time they don't even know why.
They
When-
know.
Yeah.
They know.
Half the time,
They know.
half the I really believe people don't even know what the fuck they're doing.
I think they know
I
they
do.
just
I feel like
That's what it is because they're selfish.
because the thing is, when the shoe's on the other foot, especially for women trying to get their own bag, if a dude was to pull the same thing, not even the same thing, like just not showing up, not being supportive, not giving money, not doing this,
it'll be an issue.
she'll be like, "You're sabotaging me. You're not helping me. You're against my dreams." So you know exactly what you're doing. You know what you're doing. But the whole point of what Sam was saying, I feel it all boils down to that. It's the fact that you're fearful that this person is going to elevate and lead you.
That's exactly what it is.
But you
And
can't
you're going to
stop
have to be on a safe playing field as other women because you don't bring shit else. Like, at the end of the day, the women that's also getting their bag, they know, you feel me, or they too busy. But the ones that's just there twiddling thumbs, going along the ride, they don't give a fuck about none of these other hoes because they know that these other hoes can be just like them soon because they don't offer shit else either. So what else are they offering? They have no other, you feel me? They have direct competition that's in these niggas' face every day. And my thing is, even like if we remove the rapper aspect, like she said with the barber thing, I have a barber that I've been consistently going to. During COVID, he couldn't do it in a barber shop, so he was doing it out of his house. When it came to me having to get me and my son a haircut, all of a sudden he's like, "You're gonna have to come after my girlfriend leaves." Or, "Are you cool because she spazzes out a little bit?" So you just missed out on $50 real quick. You feel me? Because
But
no
it ain't
girlfriend.
even because she spazzed out, like you said.
But the thing is, if he can't do it, if he can't do it in a shop, so therefore he's doing it at home to continue steady income, you know what this woman is here for.
Right.
Period.
Right.
And if you got a problem with that, then help him rent out a space. He ended up having to do it at the fucking park with a generator when he didn't have to. Like that's weird.
Selfish.
That's weird. It's insecure. It's dumb. You're sabotaging him. So, like in my mind, I feel like it all boils down to what Sam said. You're fearful that the person is either going to elevate you, or you're going to have to be in direct competition with other women.
To play
But you're
devil's
not-
advocate though,
It's
niggas
dumb.
be playing some the shit don't be as it be. So like the insecurity, like if it is insecurity, it makes sense. It means niggas that usually done a show tried to pull that type of rank.
Yeah, but then again, it all boils down to. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Okay, I'm sorry. It all boils down to, at the end of the day, knowing who you fucking with. And like I told somebody yesterday, I was like, I understand the situation that we got, and until you show me otherwise, I'm gonna treat you accordingly. But when you start showing other signs of shit, then I'm gonna start shitting on you like I shit on the rest of you. So as long as you continue to do right by me, nigga, we ain't got no problems. And that's just how I operate. If somebody was to tell me anything about any one of y'all in this room, I'm not gonna judge y'all by what the next motherfucker tell me. I'm gonna judge you by how you treat and interact with me. So I think that shit is a cop out to say that because you've been to a
Especially y'all cop an HUSTLA hoodie from our cousin Zeno. He got
Shop
his
black.
own
Have you
hoodie.
shop black today? Have you shop black today?
Yeah.
I'm just asking. But I think that is a cop out to say like, oh, I've been through so many things. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna treat everybody the same because you can't do that. I done fought a 300-pound man. I done got my ass beat by a 300-pound man. I can't say the rest of y'all gonna beat my ass because y'all men. It's stupid. It's, for real, it's a cop out. You can't say, well, I've been through so much and I just can't trust nobody. But sis, this is money coming into your home. This is what's gonna feed you. This is what's gonna keep the lights on. This was gonna keep the house running. And you're fucking up the bag for what? All because you don't want me to leave you? Step your pussy game up, sis.
Shit.
I feel like
Step it up.
I feel like that ultimately has to be a conversation and understanding between the two of them at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, you can move for that shit to, if it's money that is fucking up, it's because of a lack of communication and understanding between the two of them. They are not on a common ground what's going on or about.
But it's
I
sometimes
see what
the
you're
one
saying.
person-
It can be 50% that, but at the end of the day, that fear, bro, is gonna
It's
override that
it's
logic,
gonna
bro. You
always-
can always you can sit down and have that conversation, bro. But when it's time to be like, all right, I'm about to go get on my grind, and once that that separation anxiety hit, nigga, it's, motherfuckers start tripping, bro.
Because my thing is, say the conversation has already been had. At the end of the day, we all have enough. We have enough intelligence to know that at the end of the day, if my man is a rapper, promoter, he's going to be in the club. What's in the club? Women. So they understand that. That's all they're seeing. They're not seeing the fact that there's going to be someone here tonight that's going to be able to, that's wants him to sign a contract tonight. Like they want to start him, whatever. I don't know the terminology, but they want him to start his career tonight. He's going to blow up tonight. And she will come in her City Trends finest and fuck shit up.
I mean, but you also,
Because I'm just staring at him.
you also, most of these female in my mind are females that's learning and watching from the likes of love and hip hop and such.
Right.
So it's like that for me. It's kind of what's being portrayed. It's kind of what like niggas is like. I don't know, bro. It's embedded in our like society now, in our culture, I guess.
But I think it was way before Love and Hip Hop. Women's been doing that shit. I had a dope fiend dude before that sat there and changed my brakes at like 8 o'clock at night because he finally reached back out to me. I had called motherfucker at like 11 a.m. while I was at work. Finally called me back around 7:30-ish and showed up around 8. His woman answered the phone and was like, "Who is this?" I said, "Oh, hey, this is blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to see if so-and-so was available for fucking, for breaks." Then she comes with him. And the minute I'm telling him, like, "Oh, hey, this is the thing. How much is it?" She literally, it was me, him. She went, "Why are we talking? I don't want your nigga.
You
I need his motherfucking hands and the fact that he just gonna charge me $35. That's all I need. $35. Change my motherfucking brakes and y'all can go smoke down the corner for all I give a fuck."
I think approximately half the time those bitches also, those women or female have also been through hella shit with that nigga. So you don't know like what they like
So-
their relationship was like.
That ain't always
So it's
the
like
case.
Fuck all of that.
That's a
That's a
personal
cop
problem.
out, right?
that's what I'm saying. That is it's between them two. Like you feel me?
Right.
So ultimately it comes down to like how bad the nigga love you. So do you love her bad enough that you could turn this money away? That money don't matter. That it's like
You better not
these ground rules is set and you understand that.
never turn down money. I don't care who it is. It could be your mom.
Hey, money
Don't
ain't
turn down
money
money.
ain't everything.
Well,
No, it is not. But if it's your
Mhm.
job, if this is your job, if my job is to come outside and sit on the corner and sell fucking mangoes, I'm going to sit on the corner and I'm going to sell my mangoes.
And if my
And
bitch
I'm
pull
not-
up,
She gonna
Come
either
on.
sell them with me or we gonna be out here. You gonna pay me for my day, or you gonna get the fuck on. Period.
it's a weird story, but I was a teenager, right? And I used to work for Burger King. That was my first little real paying job, right? And I was talking to this nigga that would sit up at the job damn near the whole shift. And at the end of the shift, be like, "Who was that nigga that was talking to you earlier? I don't like that shit." A customer? The fuck? And I was like, "Why do you keep coming up here?" Or he'll like sit outside and wait for me. Like he spent a lot of his time Like that was weird. Like that type of shit. Thank God he didn't go up there to my nigga. Who you want? Who's that? But the fact that he spent his time babysitting me.
People also have control issues.
That's fucking weird.
Control
Yeah,
issues.
but that's again, those are all personal
Yeah,
problems.
because we all know. Like I feel jealousy
'Cause that's
sometimes, and I
what
still
it
gotta
is.
check. Like, oh, okay. Why do I feel this way?
But you're aware enough to check it. Most people aren't. Most people aren't. They just be jealous and go through with it.
Yeah, so my thing is, why is it overlooked when they're causing it to where like their jealousy is enough for them to be willing to sabotage somebody else's shit?
Because the person with them is allowing it.
Yeah,
Even if it's
that's dumb.
like
That's
your personal life.
Like that's dumb to me.
But how bad do you love them? I mean, shit. When you love somebody, you put up with shit. You
Toleration.
deal with
And my
certain
thing is,
crises.
I feel like
There's
if
certain shit that's
the
worth
motherfucker want to be up under your ass that much, then they need to be the best flyer, passer, best brake changer. Go, you know exactly which oil this bitch needs. Synthetic. Like, bitch, like,
Or the other kind, or the blend.
if you gonna sit over there and be up and under a nigga nuts while he's trying to get
Right.
his business done, like,
Right.
you feel me? If you gonna do that,
I feel
promote,
like I'm thinking.
sale,
I'm
something.
thinking if you're there for business, then you kind of don't know what she's doing at the end of the day because you just go for business and go on about your business.
But that be the thing.
So it's like, all right, whatever they doing, like you don't even know.
I feel like if
What
you
you
monitoring
don't
a
know-
nigga
wait, what you say?
while
You
he
don't know
doing
what
his
now?
shit,
Wait,
help
what you,
him.
wait, what you? He don't know what? What you don't know?
Whatever she doing for him or whatever he doing for her or whatever you in their relationship, you really don't know.
But
we know them niggas
Because
ain't.
you go
bitch
do
ain't
your
passing
business
out
and
flyers.
you go.
at the end of
We
the
know the
day,
bitch ain't
Unless-
passing out flyers. We know
at
that.
the end of the day,
You know a little too much.
at the
We
end
know
of the
the
day,
bitch ain't
if it's
passing out
my
flyers.
How
man,
do you
at
know
the end of
that?
the day, if it's my man,
Because she mugging
he's
bitches at the
working.
club. The
Thank
same
you.
bitch she would have been passing flyers out to. She
Right.
would've understood how many
Right.
bitches was projected to come.
Who are we talking about here?
Just
People in
anybody.
general.
Just anybody. It's the fact that any bitch can sit there and come pop up and babysit they nigga. That's weird.
As fuck. When
That's
she could be
weird.
working or hustling herself.
Work and hustle. Then you ain't got time to babysit no nigga because you have your own shit. Like that's weird. Like it's been so many instances where business could have been done, not even just in a personal experience, but just period. Anytime I know a nigga and his bitch gotta babysit him, or a bitch whose nigga gotta babysit her. Like you sitting over here dragging this motherfucker around to make them feel better. They ain't getting a bag. They not promoting that shit. They not finding a new talent. They ain't doing shit but watching you live your life. And then if they don't get to where they need to get, they gon' fuck off your shit. That's dumb. Like, and my thing is, it's not necessarily where we can ponder on why they do it, but I just feel like the message is, if anybody's listening and they feel this way, or they feel like they gotta babysit they nigga or bitch, stop doing that. You feel me? Get your own shit. You feel me? And that's not even on some like being funny. I'm just dead ass serious.
No, for
Get your
real.
own shit. You ain't gotta babysit no nigga, cause guess what? If he gonna go, he gonna go. He gonna do whatever he wanna do. And at the end of the day, you just sitting over here watching this nigga live his life through his perspective and doing all his other shit. You gonna turn around and you ain't gonna have nothing to show for yourself but a bunch of stories about you watching another nigga do his shit. That's it.
About
The time when I watched so and so, I was doing this and I felt this way and it was so cool. And then he left me. Like, come on, bro. Like, get your shit together. That's all I'm saying.
Has been signed, paid for, and approved by the Revamp Podcast.
Boom.
Free your nigga, free your bitch, and your life would be better. Your life would be so much better.
It will.
So much
Action
better.
for President 2024.
One of these niggas, but
Oh, man.
shit.
Oh,
Let it go. Let his nuts go.
What's the next topic? Bro?
no,
He
that
ain't
was
gonna get nowhere in life, and you ain't getting nowhere. Watching him, cause he dragging your unprofessional ass everywhere. The fuck out of here! You sitting over here, security guard, and you can't figure out no contract work for this nigga. You can't pass no flyers out. You can't mix no mixtapes. You can't cut no hair. You can't mow no lawns. You can't fix you can't fix no electrical wires. But here, this bitch. What you talking to my nigga for? Bitch, I'm paying him. That's more than you can do.
Bitch, I'm fan of.
You ain't bringing no money, you bringing drama. Bitch, you ain't doing shit for this nigga but bringing bullshit. And now guess what?
Oh my
I gotta find somebody else to change my,
God!
because I gotta get my brakes fixed soon. And I can't even call this dope fiend because his bitch gonna sit over there and guard the scene. And I ain't got time for that shit. It was $35 last time.
She trying to make sure he gets the correct amount of money so they can go buy the correct amount of dope. And he don't hold it all for himself.
Oh my
You know that
God.
nigga be being stingy with the crack, be holding out.
He would have not been stingy if she wasn't stressing him out. They would have shared the crack. But since she done added all that pressure now,
They wasn't gonna share the crack,
Oh,
but she was
right.
gonna hold
He
out.
just gonna blow the smoke in that face.
he gonna blow it like.
They wasn't gonna share the
Yeah,
crack. He was only gonna come to her and be like, oh yeah, they only gave me this.
We just
What?
I don't know what we talking about. We talking about crack and all kind of shit.
I
I mean, no.
had a brakes man. He was
A brakes man?
Yeah, I had a
Brakes man.
Oh my God!
You know the brakes man?
See, what's the topic?
I-
Give us some crack. You have me right back.
I had to make it professional.
The brakes man.
Don't it sound better?
Brakes man. Brakes man.
Hey, you know what? See, had an interesting topic.
You did what's
He
going
did,
on?
he did, he did. C wants a breakdown of what a pagan is.
Me?
You a pagan?
I'm a witch.
How-
A pagan is sin in its truest form.
A pagan is sin, okay? That's APP.
Nigga, what a ritual?
Action, pagan, she a witch. Nah, what's a pagan to you?
Don't he look like a pagan?
Do I look like a pagan?
Damn.
I
Lion.
said nah.
Can I-
Nah, what's a pagan to you?
I never really put my She snorted. Can you give me a few minutes?
Lonnie, what's a pagan to you?
Lonnie's a pagan.
My nigga
and
Michael,
action's a
my
pagan.
nigga Michael, Jenna Pierre said in the last topic when we was talking about the babysitting, he was like, y'all niggas have stalkers. But
Y'all had stalkers.
a pagan is somebody who has no religious affiliation.
No.
That is a pagan.
That is me.
Pagan whore.
Oh. See,
Burn her at the stake.
What's a pagan to you, right
give me
there?
a second.
Action and Lonnie.
Action and Lonnie, the pagan.
Abe, Due, Bandabula. Give me the power.
Burn her at the stake.
Come
Oh,
to me,
yeah.
I beg of you.
I love y'all. That's the reason I come here.
Off
Just
with her
about-
head.
This is about a quarter of it.
Somebody
Oh my
off
God.
with her head.
What's the next topic?
I don't know.
Oh. This is a clusterfuck. Oh shit. Oh, my phone died.
We was talking about something earlier, and I was like, this would be a good topic. It was earlier today.
Was it the jacket?
I can't
you
remember.
that Rugrats jacket?
Oh, y'all like my coat?
No.
Y'all want me to buy
Damn.
my coat?
No.
It's cute.
I like
It's all right.
Members only.
So many
I see
colors.
that.
it. Motherfucking saucy.
Membersonly.com. But fuck them. CoolNightRead.com.
I'm about to try to do
Get you
the
something.
theme song.
No.
Yeah.
Why we not doing Robin? Is it a reason?
Look at the show closing.
Man, because I'm cold. What was that? What were we talking about earlier?
Who y'all think are winning the versus? Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon.
Who was the what?
The versus Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
Disney
They got-
XD.
They got Doug.
Damn.
They got Doug. Is he on here? They got Doug. They got Rugrats. They got Ren and Stimpy. They got
More of a Cartoon Network guy myself.
I think it depends
I was a
on the-
Nickelodeon kid.
Is it Adult Swim or
Cartoon
Network?
Network,
Or-
Nickelodeon, or Cartoon Network. I say
Oh,
Nickelodeon.
Cartoon, Cartoon. Cartoon Network.
Ooh.
I would say
Cartoon Network
Nickelodeon.
got the Looney Tunes.
Nickelodeon had sitcoms. And
Yeah.
then
They had all that.
That's
so Raven.
you know what what conversation did we had about them girls that was watching all them grown up ass
see too many ratchet ass hoes on sitcom. All they do is say big one.
Y'all know we've been twerking for the last.
Well,
hour now.
Nickelodeon had all that though too.
Exactly.
That's what I
Nickelodeon
just
had all
said.
that. Yeah, they did. They had Ken and Carol. They had
cartoon. They had all the
They had-
extra grown
They
ass.
had what's that, Hidden Temple or some shit? They had that one.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Legends of the
They
Hidden
had,
Temple. Nigga.
We got Looney Tunes, bro.
Gullah Gullah Island, was that on Nickelodeon?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, then they win.
Yeah, they
They win.
Yep, that was Nickelodeon.
Yeah, Gullah Gullah. Gullah Gullah, come on.
We got all the classics, bro.
Yeah, come on,
We
bro.
created-
Rugrats,
we-
Doug, nigga.
We created Boomerang, bro, off of Cartoon Network.
Cartoon
bro.
Network is basically.
There'll never be another
took a lot of
Rugrats.
classics.
There'll never be another Doug, bro.
Yeah,
There'll never be another Hey Arnold, bro.
exactly. Nickelodeon.
They would
is
never,
Cartoon
bro.
Network.
What?
I don't even know why I hang with you, though.
First of all, Cartoon Network.
Y'all ain't even true friends. I don't even know why I hang with you.
Well, on
We
that note,
don't have no similar taste at all.
I'm just
Cause you like stepping.
why the fuck is this not? What am I doing?
We're
Wait
not
till y'all watch
We
this
need
shit
another
back. You
action
said
topic,
nothing. I was in the corner like,
we need another action topic. Actually, what you actually, she lit the group chat up this week. I ain't gonna lie.
Somebody gotta check their phone.
Because I would.
My phone is
Y'all
live.
didn't message me at all, so I don't have none of that.
You wouldn't give me your number,
Facts, you didn't.
and you
What
did it on purpose.
What do I
You
look
did it
like?
on purpose.
What do I look like just pouring out my number to
First
anybody?
of all, we were supposed to be doing a whole editing thing, and you said,
You
oh,
never got in contact with me.
how many?
I'll get to you.
You was not free.
AP verbally abused me for giving C.
Yeah, I was flying my mind.
C.
But I don't text you.
I was all kind of bitch ass niggas, and you better not do this ever again. I was like, what?
Wait.
What? You see? I don't give a. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
This is too much.
this nigga out of pocket.
No, Coltrane. Yeah.
Would you stop talking to me?
See, bro, you got your phone on you.
Trying to get this list out.
The group chat.
Y'all didn't get quesadilla, so
No, I want to know where.
El Taco's around.
You have to see it. I really want to go.
I got a topic, man.
Look,
I got a
name me a
topic.
black person restaurant I can go to. I'm tired of all these
Oh,
Mexicans.
I know, but they
I'm
don't have
tired of
to
all
be open.
these Mexicans.
Can we talk about black business?
Saga, real quick.
Let's talk about it.
Can we have a list of black businesses up in here somewhere?
Thank
that we can
you.
order from or go to?
Because I want
That'd be
to
so-
eat black people food. I'm tired of ordering from Mexico.
What's that?
Well,
Lena,
it is-
y'all ate Lena Soul Food over here?
But
Yeah.
y'all do know a lot of times.
How you like it? It's cool?
You know, this is okay.
Okay.
They close on
I don't
Monday.
care where it is, as long as it's
Yeah.
good.
That's the black
No.
business aspect.
Well,
You guys got to be open.
give me the
So
ones
what about
where it's
black
strictly
black business? What we want to talk about
Nothing
black
but
business?
black people.
I just feel like the pros and cons of supporting a black business.
The pros and cons.
Ooh,
That's where I'm at with it.
the pros and cons.
Of supporting a black business.
Con.
Maybe
This nigga started with con first. You a cat, bro.
You know what? That's something that I don't like. That's something that I don't like. That black people always go negative when it comes to our own kind. We really gotta stop that shit. Like for real, for real.
Ooh.
No, because here's the thing.
So pros
To my
actually, no cons.
culinary supporters,
cons.
I appreciate y'all.
Because,
However, I'm
first
about
of
to
all,
go in.
The thing is, with other businesses, they take the cons. They take the Yelp reviews. They
Yeah.
take the let me return this because this
Let
product wasn't
me get into
XYZ.
my cons
Because
then.
they understand the values of the cons. They understand that at the end of the day, this con can be infectious to other people, not companies.
Let me.
So they try to sway the cons. Now, all the pros, they be like, oh, thank you for your support. But the cons, they make sure they find some type of
Let
remedy.
me tell you the motherfucking cons.
Why we gonna stop?
Open a business and never motherfucking want to work. They want to open up for 2 hours out of a fucking day. Who eats only fucking 2 hours out of a day? Why
Devon's
Taco
Cajun
Bell
Kitchen.
open up 24 hours, but you only want to open up 1 to 3?
Devon's
You have
Cajun
nothing
Kitchen.
else to fucking do but run that goddamn business.
Please
Run it
open
into
up
the
orders
motherfucking
for
ground.
Devon's
Next
Cajun
time.
Kitchen is only open from 4 to 8. And that is if you come
What is it?
and all of their shift is there.
What is it?
Mind you, sometimes they're open at 12. and you might come in at 12, and they may have food for you. Because the thing is, they say 4 to 8, but the thing be open, so then people don't be knowing that. So you walk in, and they may have food for you. And then they'll go, oh, okay, and it takes 40 minutes to get an Cajun pasta. But the food be good. That's the fucked up part, because that's why you keep coming. The food good, but you don't never know when they open. It's like Pokemon.
It's like Pokemon.
So,
Speaking of AP, right? You just said I had to come in here and run in here and say something. Right? You have to think about how much it costs for that business to run. If I'm running for a certain amount of hours, and it costs me this much or this much amount of money to run for this long, and I'm not making that money, why not shorten my hours and make it to where, okay, you have this much time to come get my product. If not, then
At the end of the day, you end up closing a month later.
Thank
You end up not being there after at all.
I
Half the time, it always happens. Especially, I've seen, bro, numerous of times, they end up closing.
Yep.
Being there no more. Well, I done seen a numerous of black people
Lady
open and close right on West
when that's
Coast.
because they're not open 24 hours.
No, it's the fact that when they give you business hours, they do not honor business hours.
No.
So if it most black businesses that are open right now, like you can, because for one, I'm somebody that's been.
But are we talking about businesses or just restaurants?
I just feel like most of our businesses, we don't penetrate most industries. So
I'm
it's
talking
usually food, air, music,
Yeah.
clothes. So in those instances, I'm going to talk about food because most of us need that industry.
Right.
So the hair part, half the time I don't even do my hair, so I don't even care about that shit no more.
Right.
But at one point, a beauty supply, trying to find a black-owned beauty supply, they're never open, or they don't carry all of the supplies. And when you say something about it, it's, oh well, this is all I can get. No, nobody give a fuck about none of that. Nothing. Because if you want to spend money on these little high-end chairs that you got in the back, and all your friends that's sitting in the back, they could have donated some money. You could have did a fucking crowdfund. But guess what? You decided to only do it because you want to be the CEO. So you want to do it all by yourself, right? You didn't reach out to nobody. Everybody figured that you were good. So they don't have the same value in the business because you did it all by yourself. And you made sure everybody knew about it, that you did it by yourself.
I get that.
So it's like, I just feel like it don't be open. I'm gonna speak about food because food is the one that all of us need. That's one of the that's an essential business. So I feel like we can't reach you half of the time. Your phone is a Google Voice number.
Yep.
If it's not a Google Voice number, somebody answers and they go, hello, please hold, click.
Now, are we talking about a legit business?
Yeah.
It's like a restaurant.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like if you went into, for
Flip
instance,
and Soul, is that black owned?
Flip and Soul, no, I don't think so. I think it's Filipino. I'm not sure. I don't.
Black and
we-
Filipino.
Okay, yeah.
So they're there, they're open majority of the time. They're making good business. They've been there for a lot of times, but their hours are definitely limited.
Okay. But in that instance, are they an actual
They
storefront
limited
or are they
hours,
truck?
yes.
Okay, see, I don't know. But I can tell you that I'm somebody that's been supporting black business before that was a trend because I grew up in the nation. That's always been something. I've always made it a point that if I can find it with a black business first, I'm gonna get it from you, even if I gotta pay a little bit higher.
Mhm.
So that's always been me. But what I will not do now is just I gotta search for you. I don't want you. That's where I'm at now.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. But it's about marketing.
downtown.
It's about how much time that black person is putting into their business and marketing.
Again, I'm saying that I'm someone that's been supporting when I was in high school with my own hard-earned money, and I was just going to go buy a plate for somebody. What they're doing is you come in, right? You go to the door, it stay open. You walk in, they go, we ain't serving no food yet. It's maybe 11 o'clock, open at 11, right? We ain't open until 1 because nobody showed up.
The brisket ain't ready.
The brisket ain't done.
What
I'm doing this all by myself. Hell, but you can go
We went
again.
to Lady Esther's, downtown Oakland.
Her and
I
her.
walked in, the lady got mad at me. I tried to compliment her on her motherfucking yams, and she got mad.
She said, I ain't got time. I'm doing this by myself. That's what
Yes,
she said.
that's what she said.
But
Because
she's not the only person.
That's just bad customer service.
But it's
That's
all
another
the time.
topic.
No,
I mean,
because
that's another topic, but that's
a con.
another.
That's a con. The fact that we
Yes,
do
it's a
that.
con.
horrible customer service. Because for me, as a business owner, somebody was fucking DMing me on Instagram at 1 a.m. and I was answering her shit. At 1 a.m. I was asleep. She DM'd me at 1 a.m. about some shit that did not come in her size. I tried to explain to her the issues, the concerns, whatever. I addressed everything, and then I sent her an invoice, and guess what?
I do also think that that's the thing. I think like
A lot of
Black people
businesses
give-
have customer service.
give better customer
Fine.
service working
Top of
for
the line.
somebody else than they would in their own shit.
You know what? I think we like to tell people we don't want to work for some reason. If you go to Walmart, I don't know, you need to ask somebody down there, or I ain't even took my break yet.
Because
Like,
black people could get some that good great customer
God
service.
damn,
I love
bitch.
black
I
people.
got
that
bomb
give
ass
good
customer service.
I love you.
Can we get to the pros on that?
but I feel like
pros
the
for black business.
Yes.
seeing black people eat
Yep, it's watching
and
black
becoming
people
possibly
thrive
successful.
and
It
become
makes me
They're
feel
fucking
comfortable.
open.
I would say from personal experience,
That's pro.
like from personal experience, the only black business I've done is like with flea markets, getting like little medallions like this. I've already get like clothes runs and stuff like that, or about experiencing that black owned business. From the flea market aspect, all I can think of is pros because they willing to negotiate with you.
Yeah.
You know, they'll fuck with you. You can always get a good deal. Just actually buying something from somebody else that look like you builds a sense of community. So you always get a good feeling when you spend it with people that look like you. What else would I say? Let me see. We can say is it builds into economics and all that type of shit. It keeps money rotating in the black community,
That's
in the
the
black
only
community,
pro.
which is saucy.
And we gotta
Um,
keep spending, like even those black people gotta spend amongst the other
Man,
black
stop that seed real quick. Keep that chick on.
Hold on.
For real, I was. What? That's really my shit. What's the name of your song?
But
We'll play later.
yeah, shoots. That's what I can think. That's all I can think about right now. So-
Let's see, pros of black owned businesses. It is definitely inspirational because when you look at it, it should build a sense of joy seeing somebody like that look like you, that's in your sense of community, somebody that you can actually go up to and talk to. For me personally, this may not speak for a whole bunch of every other black person, but for me personally, I feel comfortable when I'm around black people. I feel comfortable when I walk into a black person's business or when I walk into a business. Even when I walk into a business and I see black people behind the counter, black people in there working, like it makes me feel comfortable. I don't have to I don't have to rush. I don't have to worry. I feel comfortable with actually asking, hey, you mind helping me with you for me? Rather than you for me if it was another race or another ethnicity.
Excuse me, you need help with anything?
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
Jeremy, you know, bro.
Yeah.
Pisses
Okay,
me off.
yeah.
Bro,
And
don't-
then 5 minutes later, they be like, you good?
I hate when they be throwing themselves on me.
What's
Like,
up?
I don't even want to walk into. I hate the fact that they make the workers ask you if you need help when you walk through the door. Don't talk to me when I walk through the door.
Right.
Don't say shit to me. I love when I walk into a black person establishment and they don't say shit to me. They let me do my thing. Wait till I say something to them.
Just like brother man right here on the
Right.
phone.
Or they be like, hey, if you need something for me, let me know. We got these deals up here going, whatever, you feel me? But let me do my thing. So, yeah, when you come across good black people doing good business, you get great customer service. It makes you feel comfortable. It's definitely inspiring. With the keeping the money in the black community, we definitely need more of that. And we can only hope that they're spending their money with other black people.
They're not.
We can only hope.
I would hope.
That's what I would want from them. I would want
I
them
would
to
hope
spend money with other black people because then that's how that keeps cycling and rotating because you never know who you spending that money
I
with,
would
who
say
you
something,
coming
but that's
across.
okay, that's not it.
That money could be cycling right back to you randomly. You never know. So
We about to see, man. We heard you in a minute, bro.
it's our turn.
How I feel about
What are the pros and cons of black-owned business?
the pros of it is it's powerful enough to take over the whole world, manipulate it right. The con is it's too many masterminds that's gonna collide trying to do it.
So as far as like one of the pros being the fact that we can circulate the money within the black community and strengthen our economic standing, right? Do you feel like we're in enough industries to make that happen?
No,
Because ultimately,
no. We're only in beauty, music, and what else?
Man, they
Clothes,
fund a lot of
restaurants,
shit though,
clothing.
bro.
I don't forget the clown.
I mean,
I mean, you know, that's
It's- it's only so much. You feel me? Mind you, there's many different infrastructures and like.
You know how the banking system started?
That's a matter of fact, you got a whole bank.
So like if the banking
You got
system
the whole
started the way
banking.
it started, bro. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. When you said the banking system, it just reminded me. Killer Mike got a whole banking app, black-owned banking app.
Do any of you guys think black?
I'm just ignorant. I don't know any. I would if I knew, I would love to. I just don't know.
I bank with a black bank. They're not based out of Northern California. They're in SoCal, but they're called One United.
Mhm.
Their customer service is dope. They do have banks out here that they like work with, and credit unions where I can go and deposit my money in and stuff like that. But I set up my account online, hella quick and simple.
Okay.
They're always accessible. I've never had any issues with them. Actually use them for my business account.
What's their refund
Okay.
policy like?
I'm gonna need a link or something.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know. Girls over here introducing fucking saxophones.
I'm not gonna lie though, in my personal experience, I don't have a lot of bad experience with black business. I really don't. I can't really think of bad experiences I personally went through. Things I've heard by other people is like, oh, they're charged too much or something like
I
that.
was just about to say that.
that
Or they always looking for the judge or some shit like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
The only reason why I didn't make that that was something I was gonna say, but the only reason why I didn't is because like when you think about it, bro, and like Dad said, for me, the cost to run the place, and it's like, bro, you gotta make that business be able to pay.
No,
No
I understand
Hold
it
on.
from the business side. I'm just saying
Hold
that's
on.
what you got to deal with. Is people
Action
always.
and I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Action and I did a little experiment. What was this, like a year ago?
Which one? 'Cause we've done.
The nail techs and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So we went. This was like literally we went and researched.
Because we were gonna try to make a resource guide.
Yes.
Because so we can stop going to
So
like
like Asian
a
nail
lot of
salons
Asian nail
and
salons.
stuff.
We're spending a lot of money.
Yes. So
But Asia,
Yeah.
Yes,
So that's
my
why we're
nails
trying to
like
make a
this
resource.
was like
China is
$50
taking
bucks.
over y'all.
But this is the
Everything
thing.
China-
This is the thing. This is you said that they have to charge a certain amount to make a certain amount of money. Now here's the thing. I feel like if you're going to be a black nail tech and you're going to open up your salon, right? You have to understand in order for you to bring business in, because I don't mind paying for my nails. I want midgets hanging off my pinky fingers and shit. I want motherfucking lights and sparkles and shit. I want all of it. But you got to be able to compete with Fong over here.
and that's
So
the
if Fong
issue.
over here is open 7 days a week
And she can operate with 2 people in there
from
or herself
from fucking 9
from
a.m.
9
to
to
7
6.
p.m. I could walk up in that bitch at 2:15 like, hey, when you get done with her nails, I want everything done.
She take
Fong
walk-ins.
would tell me, pick your color
And
and
a point.
sit down. Then I go to Tiffany. This, no fucking lie. It's a black girl that do nails is on 70 something in her fucking garage. She requires a $50 non-refundable deposit, and she's only fucking open from like 4 to 6 or some shit, like some odd ass hours a day, Monday through Friday. They're not open on the weekends. They're not open after business hours. That means people like Action and I, who work normal business hours, we don't have to call off of work just to go get our fucking nails done
Because probably for her, it's-
because she wants to
The nail-
pussy pop in the club with her friends.
whoa, okay, that can be a thing. That can be a thing. Or just the thought here. Maybe that can be just supplementary for me, because it's
But at the
like
end
you
of the-
said, they gotta compete with Fong and them. Mind you,
do.
Fong and them got the whole family, and they
No,
only
they don't.
stay.
My
They
nail
only
shop
stay
has
in
4
the
people.
square.
My nail shop has 4 people. The owner, her sister, and 2 other old people that do feet. Oh, I'm sorry, 5, because my nail boyfriend, he worked it. So we got 5 people in the nail shop, right? 5 people in the nail shop and they working from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. every fucking day. They just start asking for deposits during COVID because a lot of people have been coming and not making appointments and not showing up. So now you have to do a deposit. However, you can transfer that shit. Black people, we called it, what was that, a nail shop in Frisco. The same shit that I can pay $50 for in Oakland, you go to the other nail, I'm not even gonna say in Frisco, it's a black nail salon with the fancy chairs and shit. They don't massage your back or nothing. They got a fucking bowl that sits in the floor with a cute ass chair. They don't want to do your feet because black women feel like they're too good to fucking touch your feet. That's a service, sis. They don't want to wax your vagina. Why? Because they don't want to look at another person's vagina. They don't want to look at another woman's vagina. But if I walk up in my nail salon, we gonna get me together. She waxing everything. Booty cracks, armpits, mustaches, chins. She gonna get it all. Sideburns. Bitch, what you got? You want me to take the hair off?
Yes, because
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
but black women don't want to do that. And then they charge
there's also a
an arm and
different,
a leg for the same shit that the other people use.
there's also a different reasoning for obtaining them.
Oh, okay.
So as black people, mind you, we have to live in the U.S. We have shit out here. Other races, they can go to their houses, their countries. They send money back to their countries. And
So live like
they
kings and
can
queens.
live, you feel me, with a lot less, you feel me, than we can. As for us, you feel me, we try to be flashy, we try to look.
But why? That's a personal problem.
So
That's
as a
not
customer,
that's a cultural problem.
yeah, because
That's a
but
person.
that means as a
Because it's
customer,
like we're trying to make the money to buy a big house, to buy, you feel me? So
so work,
for them, they're making the money, they send half of that back home.
right?
But
But
back
that doesn't-
home,
but
they
that
live
doesn't-
well.
I don't care
But
if
they
you
still got to
use
live.
the
So
money.
not only are they sending money, but they still got to sustain the same
Which is
American,
why
Right.
which is why it's a few of them that come out here.
right?
Have to do
So
more of that.
So if we go by your reasoning, or which is a valid point, if we go with that one, that means they're working twice as hard in order to have to support themselves, their family household in America with the same marketing rates, the same all that shit, and take care of somebody overseas.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, they found a reason to work hard.
But
Us on our hand,
Being
we're
that
just
they're
going,
working,
So
Hey,
we're
look,
look,
working
being
hard
that
because
they're
we
working
want a
twice
breaking
as
bag
hard,
like the
we have to
CEO.
work 5, 10
so why
times as
aren't
hard.
we?
Right. There's no reason why
So
we're
why
not.
aren't we? Out the gate, grand opening says, okay, we're gonna be open Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
That mean
From 2 to 6.
that mean you damn near when you open up a nail salon, you're gonna have to sleep in the nail salon.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
If I had a storefront for my business,
If
no lie,
you're
I'd have
trying
a
to get
spot
your
in
shit
the back for me
together
to sleep.
and grind, what's wrong with that?
I'm not saying
I mean, because I'm just saying, like, because at the end of the day, what we're
But that's
asking,
the realities that we're facing. It's like you feel me, like I said, we're taking the money because we want to go buy.
but that's self-imposed reality.
Right.
At the end of the day, in those instances, we got it hard out here, right? So they got it hard where they were at, and they left to make a better life. They
Yeah,
then
and-
decided, I'm going to work hard because I want to get my people out here too.
And where do you think we gonna move to make it any easier, just as they move?
We're going to sit there. and
No matter where we move, it's gonna be hard, if not as harder.
But even in that instance, we're basically saying we're not going to try to work hard. We're not going to try to
Right.
acquire the same amount of wealth, even if we can't move. Even if we can't move, at the end of the day, we still
What-
should have
what-
enough money.
What if we go deeper? What if it's, and this is just a theory of question, what if just that whole thought process is just against our nature? What if that's not?
I feel like if it's against our nature, then we need to stop going, well, these people don't support me. This is not happening for me. I can't get this. If it's not against, if it's against our nature, we shouldn't even have that complaint then. Because at the end of the day, somebody can't support somebody that's not open. We can't
Right.
support somebody that's asking you to, if I know I can get it $15 down the street and you're asking me to spend $80 because you're a black business. That's not right. And can't nobody say that that's right.
So what I
And
mean
then
is,
a lot of black
what I
businesses
mean is-
also-
That business
Hold on.
gotta sustain child support.
hold on, real quick, let me
That's
ask
a
this
personal.
question. So what I
Self-imposed.
mean is like go deeper, right? it's kind of like what I mean by in our nature. I mean like kind of like how they say it's in our nature to like have rhythm and to be on beat and all this type of shit. But we don't consciously think about that throughout our day to day. It's just something that we do, right? So I'm just saying, like, if we apply that same type of logic to what if we came from a type of civilization that wasn't working the way we're trying to be put to work right now?
I feel like if it's not in our nature, then why are we trying to sustain the rest of the standards of a business owner everywhere else? I'm going to acquire these papers. I'm going to acquire this. I'm going to file these. I'm going to file that. But when it comes to opening on time, I'm not going to do that. And there's plenty of times where, because, you know, as someone who supports Black business often, and I make it a point, like I said, if I want to get a hair comb, I'm going to try to look up Black-owned beauty supplies before I go to a Target or a Walgreens. I have not been in a beauty supply in a couple of years because of the fact that I am waiting for a Black-owned beauty supply.
You know we have one?
And we had one. We had one, and it was right a couple of blocks down.
No, there's one now.
Where?
It's
If you talking about the one up Park Avenue, she don't be open.
Mm-mm.
Oh, because I was about to say during her business hours, I called her
Let me look her up.
and she was not open.
I would say,
Look her up.
look,
But
shout out
I
to.
was
No, I was gonna say shout out to D-Knock. I think his name is D-Knock or D-Knock, right? This nigga be out there in West Oakland faithfully every day with his table stand
Yep.
and
Oh,
all his
yeah, you
products,
do.
bro.
Is it beauty supply?
With the
Right?
socks in there.
No, it's not. I'm just talking about in the concept of Black business, because you
Uh.
saying like, oh, sometimes they don't open up on time. I'm telling you, I can give you an example of a nigga out there faithfully
Every
Is
day.
that-
every
Is
day.
that
every
a store? So when it comes to
But we
people-
talking about Black business. So it don't have to be a store.
No. But I'm looking at the fact that when it now in that situation, it now comes down to word of mouth, promotion, us knowing where he could physically be all the time, because not everybody's in that neighborhood.
It
So,
is on
in my-
13.
So wait,
We're sorry, it's a beauty supply.
okay, so he's talking about a table. So everybody's not going to pass that table. Not everybody's going to see that sign. And at the end of the day, nobody's going to know his hours of operation. That means the people who are supporting him and knows where he is failed him. They should be able to say, hey, somebody's selling socks, somebody's selling this on this corner every day. Support him. If you next time you're looking for socks, go here to him. He got a good deal. If you're not doing that, you failed him.
Straight up.
Because at the end of the day, there's too many of those instances also. So it's not just the business, the Black business owners. Let's make that clear. It's also the consumers that's not spreading the word. Like, hey, you know, like you know, I got this from here. I know for sure. Like, I don't like if I go to a chain restaurant like Chili's, for instance. I don't say that I ate at Chili's. Half the time I won't even post a plate or nothing. But if I go to Jenny's Fire Pit right now, I'm gonna post her food. You feel me? So it can get out. Grandma's hands. I'm gonna post that so it can get out. That's on MacArthur and I believe 75th. But in those type of instances, I always make a point. I don't post that I got Burger King or that I went to Ruth Chris. But I'm going to go, if I go to Grandma's Hands, if I go to these places, I'm going to tag that I went there, how much the food costs, how often they're open. But if I don't know when you're open, that is a problem for me because I can't promote you. I can't tell somebody to come to a restaurant that's closed all the time. So that's my whole thing. Again, I make it a point to support Black business. I don't give a fuck if it's for rose water for my hair, if it's a bottled water, whatever. If I can find it and I can get it often, I'm definitely going to support you. Now, if I got to order and it takes 2 to 5 weeks, it makes it a little harder for me, but I will buy something from you. Even if it's a toothpick, I'm going to buy it from you and I'll wait 2 to 5 weeks. Unfortunately, I might need to go to an actual convenience store and buy it in bulk, but I'm going to buy something from you.
I feel it. I'm just saying, in my experience, that not all Black businesses are like that. That's all I'm saying.
No, I understand.
Because even like, it's another person I can shout out. I hate that I forget his name, but I know he at the flea market every Sunday. Every Saturday, Sunday, I know bro there. I can go there religiously and be like, I know exactly where this person finna post up at. He's there every time. I can rely on him to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, maybe with the storefront, I mean, people are different. I haven't had that experience with the type of Black people I do business with.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. But so I mean, like I said, it's just different. It's just different. My
Yeah.
experiences.
Yeah, I just know that I've had good and bad experiences. And again, as someone who makes it a point to support Black business, in order for us to grow, we gotta sit there and look at the cons just as bad as the pros. Why aren't people coming to me all the time? If they still think that, oh, well, it's because I just started a business 5 years ago and I still have shitty ass hours and nobody can reach me, I'm still trying to figure out why nobody's coming in here. Nigga, because you're not open.
Some
We don't know
people
when
I
you're
feel like
open.
also use the idea of starting a business as a scapegoat to not work.
And my thing is, in those instances, hire some people that do want to work so you can be open. Because you're going to be right back talking about, I had a business, but now I'm getting food stamps. I had a business, but now I got to work at Target to supplement what I was using this business to do in the first place. So my thing is, we're going to keep going in this weird ass circle where we went from earning money to open a restaurant,
I
earning money
feel
to,
like it
So-
should come down to a concept of like why you start your business. Like you start a business, why?
That goes back into the question I've been asking many podcasts ago. Like, how does capitalism help Black people? If this is a cycle that we have to deal with within capitalism. So now, I mean, dealing with that, how does? Because me, I'm hella against that shit. Like, I'm not for capitalism. I'm like, I can't see how we benefited from it ever since it's been in effect. So, but a lot of people don't consider that. Like me, I think like we came from a whole different system. We never used capitalism. And that's what I mean. Like this shit ain't in our nature. And the more that we act against our nature, maybe that's why we cannot progress as a whole. This is not what we did. So, I mean, that's just something I think about. Like,
my only thing
I
is,
feel like this miseducation, bro.
that too, for sure, that too. I agree with that too.
I feel like if we were properly being educated on like what really going on, how to really do shit, it would be different.
But then that's when we go back to what you said. It'd be too many masterminds trying to, or that was what C said. It's too many masterminds trying to do one thing.
So that's kind of what they trying to control at the end of the day.
So if capitalism, if we all educate ourselves on business, now we all masterminds. But if we are all under this system of capitalism and we all masterminds at the same time trying to do the same thing, what's going to be the end result of that? It's going to be collision. So since capitalism is only going to lead to collision or collapse at some eventual point, why do we as a whole why do we not even consider the thought of trying to do something else outside of capitalism?
but since this country is built on that, even if it's not in our nature, at some point, even in our nature, we had to adapt, right? So why are we only adapting when it comes to the recognition part, but we're not adapting to the work ethic part?
Right.
Now, I'm not saying all Black businesses are like that. I know some that are on their shit. You feel me? But my thing is, the better part of it, we can't reach a barber. We can't reach a girl to do your bundle. She'll cancel on you 4 times, and then you just keep going back because that's sis or that's so and so, or the beauty supply situation. Like she was open, but the promotion part wasn't there. So like, you know, I would be, if I go in there, even if I buy a comb, I would tag her, but it was just that thing. Like it just was not enough traffic to get to that area.
So your question was the work ethic part, right? So I just want to get this one part off. So to reply to the work ethic part of the question, right? If everybody, like say we did implement a new system where people have more time to do what they love, that work ethic will implement itself. If people do what they love and they do that shit religiously, and if everybody did what they love, whatever that thing is, it will have some type of contribution to society or to the community as a whole. It will contribute somehow.
But that's what everybody quote unquote is doing now.
It would contribute somehow. So what I'm saying is, so what I'm saying is, if we all people right now in this capitalism society we live in, they're doing things they don't love doing. So that goes to work ethic. You're doing shit that your heart ain't into.
No.
So if you're, I was just saying, you're doing shit that your heart ain't into. So people go to business school, they get a business, they figure, oh, I can do this. But like, nigga, that's not what you were born to do. That's not what's up in here. And people get lost up in that and end up unhappy as fuck.
So, I feel like now in society we have a big flux of people who's doing quote unquote what they love to do, and you can basically, you can tell basically by look at how many freaking artists there, from the rappers and shit there is now. How many from the So it's like I feel like we're in a space where people are doing what they love to do. I feel like with the work ethic side of it, that's come from a generational failure. Because somewhere down the line, we stopped having people to look up to that had work ethic. There was nobody around us that would be like, oh, they showed me, you feel me, that you feel me, working hard to get you this. They showed me what this would do. You feel me, they had this set for me. So being that we didn't have that or that role model, I mean, most of us nowadays, all we have is like we say our mother work hard, our mom, we watch our mom get up and go to work for me every single day. So that's the most work ethic that we have. But we look at that and we see that's not what we want to do. That's not what we want to be. So it's not a particular sense of work ethic that we embody and that we embrace, you know? So we more so reject that in a sense trying to find different avenues and different ways of trying to make shit happen without quote unquote working hard like our mother did. Right? So it was nobody that we had around us that was actually doing. I think it's very rare that there's a few black people for sure that have people around them doing something that they love that was actually paying off. That they can see and be like, yo, I see that this is working for them. I see like for me, I can do this. You feel me? This is something that's capable of me doing. You feel me? All we had to see that is rappers and shit. So we see rappers and we like, oh yeah, I can do that. You feel me? Oh, I can sound like that, like this. Okay, yeah. So it's the easiest thing to making something happen without working hard, but still
But you ain't working hard though. I think of what state of hip hop is in today. Like you can tell some people are in it for a paycheck. The love ain't there. So without that love, it's no work ethic. It's like, nigga, I'm just doing this to make. You know, the thing that's amazing is a lot of rappers are a lot smarter than what you would think they are, bro. Yeah. They speak way more proper than you would think they do, bro. They're very smart. So for them to put out the type of music they put out is a for sure slap in the face. So like,
right.
It's a slap in the face. It's like, bro, you're way. These niggas be like college educated, bro. Talking about dumb shit, talking about popping zannies and all kind of like wild shit. You feel me? So even then, when you talk about work, there is no work ethic there. There is no putting your heart into it. You're not doing it. That's why it's one hit wonders. Niggas can make a hit, eat off of that, and cut. Like, nigga, I'm just trying to feed my people real quick. I don't really let this hip hop shit.
And then they take that money and then they go
do some other shit. Think about Chamillionaire. That nigga on the low with this shit, but that nigga booming with his business shit, bro. Straight up. On the low, bro. But eventually, bro, in this era that we moving into, bro, I feel like we moving into more of an entrepreneurial era, bro. Like big business is gonna fall apart, bro. That's why I was asking y'all. Shit, it is, bro.
certain ones, but
Think about YouTube, right? YouTube is taking over TV. That means people are more interested in watching other regular people than they are actors.
But if YouTube took over TV, YouTube is Google.
But listen, so once the common man or once the common community understands how to monetize that and make our own YouTube, then that's competing with that shit, bro. We can do that shit ourselves.
Oh, you think you competing with YouTube?
Right.
The best thing that was competing with YouTube was JT the Bigger Figure website where he had all the hood movies and shit on there.
I'm saying it would all take a communal effort, bro. I'm not saying I can spawn this idea myself. I'm saying the majority of us would have to be on the same page. Not everybody, but a good majority of people would have to think the same way to pull that off.
If you were saying Netflix, I can back you. You're talking about YouTube. This is Google we're talking about. Alphabet. We're talking about the 90% number one search provider for the entire world.
Right now, for example, if Cali made an app similar to YouTube. So the thing is, you got to know your expectations. You got to know you got to know where you should be at a certain amount of time. Like, if we did start this app, and say if everybody was on a communal base, I still wouldn't expect no profit no time soon. It'd probably take over a year probably before I start the profit. I would already understand that, bro. But all it's about at that point is spreading the word of mouth. Take that shit. Oh, check out this new shit, bro. Especially if you in a position to where people are already looking at your content. Now it's like my shit exclusively here. There's some people who got content exclusively on Patreon. You can't get that shit on YouTube.
Right.
You gotta go exclusively to Patreon to get that shit, bro.
Or OnlyFans. No.
Okay, horny mama season.
Yeah, but it's that's certain shit though. But we're talking about YouTube like with Google. Not
The black dollar is the strongest dollar that's circulating, bro.
There was a black Instagram
Am I wrong?
that nobody got
So
on.
if we took the black dollar out of the market, bro, what you think is
That
going
mean
to
you got-
everything else?
That means you have to stop using your phones completely. That
You
means
think people want to use phones for YouTube?
YouTube
Oh.
is Google. You can't use
Okay.
Google at all.
You think there aren't people right now making black-owned cell phones?
That don't have Google on it,
Bro, you still figuring it on Google, my
bro.
nigga.
Because that's what you seem to fail to realize. YouTube is Google.
I hear that, bro.
You have a better chance competing with TikTok.
Even start off small, even TikTok.
You have a better chance of competing with Facebook, Google,
Even
YouTube.
competing with Snapchat, bro. I'm just saying, bro.
But
The point is, know your expectations.
You have a better chance of competing with Amazon.
Bro, you are negative as fuck.
Let's go at Amazon.
Anyway, next topic. I got it.
Oh,
Nobody wins that award.
Sleeping on camera, fam.
Yeah, C died on camera. Sin brought him back to life. That's that pagan shit.
Exorcism in action. All right, so I got a topic.
Burn him at the stake.
What's the difference between a hunch and intuition?
Oh, a hunch is the North back,
know what?
Notre Dame.
Shut the fuck up.
I hate you.
Nah, go ahead, go.
I think a hunch is based off of insecurity and fear. Intuition is what's going on. It could be like, I think something going on over there, right? But, and this is just from personal experience, I always ask people when I be, okay, my mom was just on the live, and when I went off the live, she started texting me. Like, she literally was watching us for like a good 20 minutes.
Oh,
That's what's up.
Um,
Shout out, mom.
Turn on moms, man. Keep watching.
so, I
She on
think
this one?
she was on, I was live on my Facebook, so she was
So
watching.
those times.
I will definitely tell her as soon as I make my I think okay, so a hunch is based off of like fear and insecurity. Intuition is based off of how your body is reacting to something. I think I'm saying it right. For example,
But is your body reacting to both?
no, not for me.
Okay.
And I'll like, for example, when I'm about to make a decision about something, right? Like, say for example, this nigga, not gonna say his name. I be debating with myself on a daily basis if I should cut him off or not. And then I be like, am I doing this because of fear? Because I fear whenever you get scared, where do you feel it? You feel it in your chest. That's fear. But when they always tell you go with your gut, that's your stomach. That's your intuition telling you that it's okay or it's not okay. So all my major decisions I base on where I feel it. Do I feel it in my chest? Am I scared of this shit? Why am I scared of it? What's making me afraid to take this leap of faith? What's making me afraid to do what I feel like I should be doing? Am I making any sense?
No, you are.
Okay. And then it's like, so it's like when I'm making any major decision, I don't care what it is. Should I get this tattoo or not? Should I get this piercing? Should I go to this party? Should I go to this club? Should I do this? It's my intuition always leads me by telling me if I'm thinking about something and I feel it in my chest, I'm scared for a reason, I'm not gonna go. Like, but then when or it's like when I get a feeling of something, and if it's a good feeling and I feel it in my gut, I'm gonna go for it. If it's a bad feeling and I feel it in my gut, I'm not gonna do it. But regardless, whatever I'm feeling down, and literally my stomach literally hurts or it turns flips or flutters, or I can feel something in my core. But when it's something that's in my chest, it's usually it's because I'm scared. So then I start thinking of reasons why, like what's stopping you from making the, from doing this. And I think that's the difference. If I don't think it came out right, but yeah, it makes sense to me a little bit.
I understood what you said. I kind of feel like it's twisted a bit though. I kind of feel like intuition more so a sense of fear and like experience or like because intuition is more so a feeling as whether the hunch is more so like I have an idea, I guess. But then like I used to watch the old school detective shows. It's like I have a hunch, and then,
That's Dick Tracy shit.
yeah, and then they find the clues and shit happens. But idealistically, I feel like they're both one and the same.
Yeah.
Hunch and the intuition, because that's that feeling inside. I don't know whether it's they say go with your gut. For me, is I don't know if I feel it in my gut, but it's just an uneasy feeling sometimes.
Don't you feel it in your stomach?
But most times, for me personally, I guess I've learned to like just trust that the actions being made are supposed to be made, and things that happen are supposed to happen for the better or for the future. Because at the end of the day, for me personally, I feel like everything that's done was already set and was supposed to be done.
Yes, I just.
That's why it happened.
Yep.
Because if it was supposed to happen any other way, it would have happened different.
I like that.
So being that things have already happened, then it's like, all right. Whether I've moved, I feel like you're a good person. You be a good person to other people. At the end of the day, your spirit, God will move you and keep you protected. You won't even know what's going on, but He'll move you in such a way where you won't even be positioned in a place where anything can harm you or affect you negatively. And if it does affect you negatively, it's for a better reason for the future. Sometimes we need to understand some things that happen to us are not about us.
Yes.
Some things that happen that we go through, it's not because of something that we did or it's because it was something personal for us. Sometimes it may have been a story that somebody else needed to see. So everything at the end of the day happens the way it's supposed to for the reason that it's supposed to happen.
I was gonna say, I think your hunch could be rooted in paranoia, where your intuition is kind of like the spider sense, kind of like precognitive warning. So,
Amen.
no, man, because I can give examples where I had hunches and they was off, and I can give examples where I had intuitions and them motherfuckers was on point.
I'm
Like,
telling
I
you,
didn't
that
have-
intuition
Is there a
ain't
time that
never
you got
wrong.
intuition that was off?
No, that's what I'm saying. I never, because they rare, like when them spider senses, they come very rare. Like,
Yeah.
I've had intuitions come to me in dreams, nigga, and the shit happened the very next day. I'm like, just beat the shit, you feel me? But you get that hunch, though, that hunch might be, like you said, it's paranoia, which is fear. All the emotions is really fear at the end of the day. But yeah, that's my take on
Y'all know I had a baby dream the other day.
Oh my God.
And my baby dreams,
I ain't trying to hear that.
action. Come on, let's talk about my dreams.
Let's talk about my
Talk
dreams.
about it.
Huh?
So a hunch
What do we
is-
know about these baby dreams that I have?
I'm
A
not
hunch
doing
is
this.
How many times have they failed me, my friend?
I'm not doing this.
How many times? What's my percentage rate?
You
It's
said
high,
that
ain't
like
it?
you said that like she was a therapist. Like, let's
Right.
talk about my dreams.
My dreams? My dreams? I'm still trying to figure out a dream that I had about somebody that I be talking to.
We don't want her to dream.
You don't want her to
We
dream.
don't want her to dream.
I
And
heard
y'all
that.
just need to.
She hang with action. We don't want her.
Oh,
Pagan whores. Burn them at the stake.
step up y'all pull out game.
Baby
All I'm
revamp.
saying,
Baby revamp
That's a-
2021.
somebody having one at me.
Has a hunch ever made you do something stupid?
Before we
Hell
go,
no.
I want to. The definition that they
No,
say-
not at all.
The definition of a hunch is a feeling or a guess based on intuition
Nope.
rather than known facts.
Nope.
I watch, I look before I go do something stupid. So no. Cause
I swear y'all be getting me high on
I'll be
Saturday.
watching.
I want to hear your story though. I want to hear your story. You said a hunch made you do something. Yeah, you said a hunch made you do something stupid.
I just was dead ass wrong. Like,
Ooh, I like to hear that. Speak on it.
first of all,
I
I am
hear
rarely
we're not
wrong.
wrong.
My percentage rate for wrongness is like
Oh, you are not Elon Musk. Don't go there. You are not Elon Musk.
my percentage rate for wrongness is very, very low, sir.
My percentage rate for
I want to hear the
is
story though.
good.
Where I've
100%.
acted on
I'm done with
hunch.
both of y'all.
I can't. I know for sure I've done things just. I can't even think of a particular time, but I know I have for sure.
Ridiculous. Come
I'm
on
thinking.
now.
I'm thinking in the.
All this meditation and oils and stuff they got, and now they can't think it. They can't reach into themselves and to the core of themselves
'Cause I'm
and pull
rarely
out a time
wrong.
where they were wrong.
I am rarely wrong.
I never have the time where I'm wrong because even when I'm wrong, I'm right.
Women, am I right?
Come on, Coach.
Am I right, guys? Women,
Yes.
women,
Yes.
come on, come on,
I'm trying to
women,
think of the time.
come on. I'm gonna need all y'all to be like,
Okay.
this. Dad, where you at?
Be busy.
I'm gonna need some misogyny up in here.
Some
real quick.
misogyny up in here.
Women, I'm gonna need every man to say women right now. Women.
What about?
Ain't never wrong.
Women. They talking about they never wrong. They 100%
I don't know
right.
about women, but I know I'm never wrong.
All right, look, I'm gonna put it like this, and I'm not gonna be biased or anything.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna try my damn this not.
Damn this.
I'm not gonna say
Oh.
women are wrong 90% of the time, and I'm not gonna say they're right. I'm gonna say the issue is the understanding and miscommunication is off 90% of the time. You get what I'm saying?
Now, who's the miscommunication?
I'm an alien.
I mean,
Both parties.
at that point, it depends on the situation, but it can be both parties. If you trying to learn your counterpart and your counterpart's trying to learn you, you're going to have to understand that they're going to be miscommunications. Now, are you willing to deal with that, or are you willing to be stubborn and not deal with that?
Okay, so
is the question.
miscommunications can't be. I accidentally went to my ex-girlfriend's house and fucked her last night when I told
Ooh,
her
I beat that
I was
nigga ass.
going to the
This-
taco truck or
No,
something.
so I was going to the taco
The
truck.
miscommunication happened when he wasn't comfortable enough to tell you that he wanted to go over there.
No,
the
deception kicked in.
miscommunication happened when he wasn't comfortable enough letting you know what was the issue between you guys. That's where it started.
But what
If
if
there
there
was
no
an
issue?
issue.
Yeah,
If there was an issue. If he just wanted to go fuck the bitch, he should have done like
the wrong nigga.
No,
At that point.
I know. And that is why.
But you know what I
That is
mean?
why.
But do you think that just all men, like
and
men that
fix
cheat is
top
the wrong
drawer.
nigga? Because sometimes they be cheating and they be
For no reason.
Yeah, they be
They can be cheating.
They be good everywhere else.
They
They
need to do
just,
it for their own self.
yeah, I don't think they mean us any harm.
Niggas
Like,
is ducking stories though.
I don't think they mean us any harm when they
Because
cheat.
they never wrong.
I'm not
And that's what I'm trying to get out of it. all this meditation and all the little, you feel me, sages and clear the
You're
air.
supposed to be able
None
to,
of that.
remove yourself from temptation, right?
True.
Especially if you're in a relationship, right?
I've always been able to do that.
But the
Right.
thing is,
But sometimes that could be misunderstood. Not as far as fucking, no.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
that's
She back though.
Right. No.
Ooh, open your legs. Ooh. I'm sorry, you opened your legs. My dick just fell in your pussy.
And you wouldn't stop moving on it.
Yeah, you just kind of
She was
jiggled a little bit
gyrating.
too much.
I'm sorry. Shit happens.
Oops, my dick, my balls in your mouth.
Bubble me till that.
Your balls are showing.
A lot of times it's just miscommunication.
I'm trying to think of a time where I was actually
That's
wrong.
90% of the time that's what's wrong with half of the relationships.
You don't have to be a relationship.
No, because
I'm
guys,
just saying, any
guys
shit for a
simply
husband.
think
No.
different than women. And
I'm just
women
thinking-
simply think different than guys. Doesn't mean it's not going to be the same solution. It just means the process to that solution
It's gonna be different.
You know, it's
And
you
it's
ever
not
like
that your
Married
your
from time
process
to
is
time.
wrong. It's just this is how I'm able to do it. Or this is how I'm able to deal with it.
you ever
You know
had
what
your
I'm saying?
you ever had your phone ring or you know who it is before you look at the phone?
No.
No?
Yeah, 'cause
That's
I
never
only-
happened?
It's either her,
There's somebody I'm hoping.
my sister, or my mama. Only three
No,
people
I
call
mean
me.
motherfucker, sometimes the phone can just ring and be like, all right, no. Like without even looking at the phone, like, I already just feel it like it's
Mm-hmm.
Only time that happens is when your ass calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't nobody call my phone. My shit be
This
trash.
nigga got a shit with our car. He's like, oh, this nigga said calling, goddamn, I ain't the A yet. So I keep you slim, bro. It's welcome.
Damn.
You're welcome. What's the secret? Because I need to lose some weight.
What's the secret?
Yeah, to be a skinny. I just need to lose like 15.
I'm a tablet.
I don't want to run the lake though. So you can stay over there.
I'll tell you the secret.
What? I got
Get
smoke too.
money.
I'm trying to figure out why I didn't get an ABL shirt.
Fuck bitches.
Hey, yo, sure,
You not. You gotta be exclusive. You in exclusive action.
Where action topics at? Action had another topic.
That's why she
Oh.
ain't an ABL shirt. She ain't exclusive.
Ooh.
No?
Come on, Cole.
Funny.
I'm not even gonna.
I'm thinking of topics on the fly. I need help from my phone.
So,
I didn't know you can make your twin client.
Have you ever thought of
Have
topics
you
on
ever
the Caterpillar?
Oh,
I heard two questions at one time.
what?
You ever thought of topics on the Caterpillar?
What'd you say?
Topics on a caterpillar.
Has anyone ever?
Hit it! Hit me! God damn it, action! You gotta do better!
Oh my God!
She said, she over there got the magic fingers. She got the spirit fingers on the
What
sack.
is a what is a twin flame? What is that?
Someone who hears your soul. You guys share the same.
Oh no, it's only one soul, one AP
So
soul.
usually when you've met your twin flame, you guys can like build off of each other, like creatively. They kind of feel like they've been here before, things like that. Usually your soulmate or your karmic soulmate taught you a lesson aligning with this person.
What?
The question should be when you know your karmic soulmate.
What is y'all talking
Yeah.
about? All this swarming. See, this is what I'm talking about. They got all these swarming shit going on.
Okay.
Okay.
What's a
never
carpet? What's a carpet
Hey,
soulmate?
you gonna have to bring
You know
it
what?
back.
What about?
Okay, well, we could do it on another day.
No,
That's
what's
what I'm
a
saying, bro.
carpet soulmate? I'm trying.
Nah. So I had a question on when do you know when you're supporting or sponsoring someone?
Ooh. Ooh.
Am I not talking about what a carpet soulmate is?
A cool and Irene takes both.
All right.
Support and
You got to
sponsor.
say tight.
Okay, so I'm going to go with AP and his karmic soulmate.
What is the difference between supporting and sponsoring? Sponsorship. You're actually investing into the business and expecting.
The question has nothing to do with business.
kind of basic on being sponsors.
All right, so because when I was thinking of supporting sponsor, I was thinking of business. So I don't know what else you sponsoring.
Nothing assholes.
Bam.
I guess so.
Them
Nah,
bitches.
I don't know how you sponsor that
What you
shit,
think
so
about
I
that?
don't have no say on that. But business was yeah, the sponsorship. You feel me? Is when you invest into another business expecting the outcome or whatnot, as opposed to if you support the business, then you feel me, you're doing what's necessary to help that business out. So you're just doing it of your own free will. So like of your own free will, you're buying their products because that's what you want, that's what you like. Of your own free will, you're promoting them or whatnot. Not getting paid or whatnot.
Oh, like I do for the revamp?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
just checking.
Yeah,
Major,
I got you.
major
I'm sure y'all
supporter.
all day.
I got you.
Major supporter now, as opposed to a sponsor will give you a large flux of cash to help your operations and expect a major return for
I really hope this.
whatever
is
set contract they
I
expect.
just think that- I think it's mine. Yeah, because then water over there. I got water in my trunk if you want some. Then went to my car and got it. So, y'all want some water? It's in my car though. Oh, is it?
Who's
So-
next? Okay. To answer the question,
Citizen.
the difference between sponsoring and investing in something. To kind of piggyback off your head, I'm gonna start with sponsoring, right? When you're sponsoring something, you're like you said, giving them money and hopes for a return, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing with a person. A sponsor is somebody where you don't really have an emotional connection with them. You're giving you want something from them. You're paying for, I guess, the return of investment is their company if you're dealing with a person that's sponsoring. Whereas investing into somebody, it takes a little bit more. Like,
Whoa. What? All right. So, outside of business sponsoring support, break it down again.
sponsor is like a sugar daddy. That's a sponsor.
Hey, I'm taking notes.
That's a sponsor. Somebody who's investing in you is like more like a partner, somebody who's building. That's an investment.
And then
To
what
a
about
building.
support?
But yeah.
Oh, you said support.
Yeah.
You said support. That was the most. So sponsoring is that. Supporting is
I feel like a trick is a supporter.
because I can support you like
and I could
support
say,
it just has the additional ingredient of love. Like I'm doing this because I love what you're doing, so I'm supporting. Because you can offer support in more than one type of way. When you sponsoring somebody, that's kind of like a narrow.
the pimp is the sponsor,
Oh, damn.
and the pimp is
Okay.
providing the
Okay.
you feel me, whatever help the whole operate. But the trick is the supporter. Not saying that whoever supports the trick, don't confuse that, but
Wouldn't a pimp be more of an investor?
Yeah. Well, not now, because I seen a bitch hop out the car in some pajamas and some Jordans the other day. And I was like, girl, you selling pussy in dirty pajamas?
well now they
That does
sponsor.
I mean, well,
that
nobody
does
said
sound
the
more like an
investment
investment.
had to be,
Now they sponsor.
Gain.
That now
Like,
sounds like an investment.
they invest something.
She got out the car.
Because they're not really investing into the hoe. The hoe gonna make the money,
When my daddy
Bring
was
it
a
back.
pimp,
It depends on the pimp.
when my
they
daddy was a
spend the
pimp,
It
money,
depends on the pimp.
whatever.
my daddy was a real life pimp, and he owned a hair salon on
my
motherfucking
God.
75th and MacArthur. My daddy was a real life pimp. He kept them bitches' hair done, and they was all dressed. I wish my daddy could see this shit. My daddy, for sure, kept his bitches' hair fried, dyed, and laid to the side, and they was dressed.
For sure.
And the bitches brought the money back.
So there's
So that's an
a
investment.
huge difference in old school pimps.
Oh yeah, these new niggas just.
It's not the point, dude. They just broke it down how it's an investment though.
It depends on the mindset of the pimp. 'Cause some of these niggas is still on this shit. But I don't think all pimps is just sponsors. Sometimes they are investors. Like,
be famous, but let's keep the show side of it. Really begin. You make them come with Creator fans only. There's gonna be an apartment. Do this many videos. I'm gonna collect the music and collect that money. Think about how many females got fans only. You don't think that niggas are collecting that?
Yeah.
Only fans,
I got premium content that I'm about to put on Pornhub. Sorry, mama.
Well,
She don't pay my bills. I got 3 kids. sis.
I had another topic that I had dropped in. The question was, besides cheating, are there any other reasons why men would become inconsistent with women? Because a lot of women are complaining about men are not being consistent these days. So,
it depends on what type of guy you got.
yeah.
Like, y'all might not have as many mutual interests as you thought.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So even still,
Like,
it's still somewhat
It's fun.
responsible.
You alright?
I'm dying on the inside.
Um,
Oh my goodness. I should tell you, that's a whole nother 2-hour story.
okay.
Yeah, anyway.
So yeah, besides cheating, is there another reason why a man would become inconsistent?
Is there other, you said other than cheating?
Other than cheating? 'Cause I feel like that's like a
Inconsistent
cop out
with
reason.
Being because y'all cheated?
Huh?
Because y'all cheated? Inconsistent with what?
But most like inconsistent in time, reaching out, dating, his affection. Women
Oh,
are
because y'all
complaining
saying the
that-
reason why he's inconsistent is because he's cheating.
So I'm saying that a lot of times women will
No,
say
I'm saying
he's became inconsistent in these things because he has someone else. But that's not always the case. Like there's been times where even as a woman, I became inconsistent with a guy, and it damn sure didn't have anything to do with another dude. It was because I was in meetings during these times. Our times weren't conflicting. I'm a full-time parent. I'm a full-time employed person. I'm also trying to get other shit off the ground. So
Absent-mindedness.
be good in those areas, I might have to be inconsistent with you. But the first thing a dude or a woman will say was, "Oh, you must have found someone else." So besides cheating, is there another reason why? The reason why I'm asking a man because it's more of y'all in the room. Like,
Like I said, business, stress, finances, all of that. That's good. Because if I ain't got the money, I'm not really worried about texting you good morning right now. I'm finna try to hit this person and see what's up with my money or see how I'm finna go bust this move. And I'm gonna hit you, hey, you need something, you get later down the line.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Absent-mindedness. I feel like it's something.
Ooh, that's a lot going on.
It happens, you know?
but then y'all think about the type of niggas you talking to and compare them to like not compare, but how is it niggas that's in here are different than a lot of the niggas that's out there. You know what I mean? So you gotta think about
I'm still sifting through the old head. I don't know why these old ass niggas would fuck with me.
Oh my God.
To piggyback off of the video too, because y'all really grab somebody that's, if they looking here. But on top of that though, I would say like work, family shit, you know what I'm saying, family illness or some shit like that. Maybe the nigga done picked up a new hobby. Maybe the nigga want to go boxing now, some shit like that. You feel me?
I want to go.
So it could be some shit like that. Maybe sometimes he just, people miss just hanging out with they people. The people that they known before they met you. So like you might want to go kick it with your fam for a little bit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes that shit happens. It ain't always.
I just get caught up doing shit, whatever I'm doing in that moment. So it's like, shit, whatever I'm doing in that moment, that tends to take up whatever time I have. So.
But do you think like the activities, even the activities that some of us have named, do you think that would make somebody just completely just start changing a whole pattern? Like where most of those times where like, oh, I'm hanging out with my friends, I'm just not gonna reach out to you. Where when I consistently used to. Like if I normally called you after work every day, and then all of a sudden I just stopped doing that. It's like what? It's because I don't
I
got my
think
friends.
sometimes you do that out of fear. You know, they start, I don't want to get too close, I don't
Yeah.
want too much. I've heard that for years.
So do they normally like hang out with their friends
Yes,
after work?
What?
Is it like they normally hang out with their friends after work and call you when they go do that, or and then one day they just did?
And one day
I
they
feel
just
like
did.
I guess it also depends on what somebody considers inconsistent too.
Yeah, I'm hella inconsistent. These niggas be on my
Yeah,
nerves.
in what aspect you talking about consistent? You talking about like calling and texting or
Yeah,
Like spending time,
Yeah,
calling,
yeah,
texting.
yeah.
Because like a lot of people I know, they're starting to like, oh well, these niggas is inconsistent, and it's like, or they're trying to figure out like why people aren't reaching out. And I'm like,
Because
you
niggas
gotta
are hit
understand
them 1 or 2
too.
days.
You wanna know
and
the,
stop
you wanna know the
it,
beautiful
yeah.
thing about humanity though? Is that they always say people are mirrors. So if you see that consistency in that thing,
he probably seeing you.
yeah, what the fuck is you doing?
I know I'm inconsistent, but
Because that's the real shit. People they point out they see traits that
I'm
they
very
that they have in
inconsistent.
themselves. So if that becomes something that's like a focal point.
That kind of goes into what one of my thoughts was on the topic. I feel like a lot of times the person that's usually complaining about the inconsistent, are they reaching out or do they get used to that person having a pattern? So
I
like,
think that's what it
Yeah.
becomes. That you get used to that pattern, and
Yeah.
once that pattern gets thrown off, then
you
it's
take it
something-
personal.
Yeah.
And instead of you being the person to reach out, you're like, well, they usually reach out or they usually talk to me at this time.
And it's supposed to be like that because
I'm sure.
that's what you expect. So it's like once you come to expect something, that's what it is.
That's what I think.
I agree with that.
But yeah, that was one of my topics. I don't know. I had some other stupid topics I never seen.
Why you never think
Because
they were stupid?
no, sometimes y'all don't be responding on time. I don't feel like doing this.
You don't be responding on time, citizen.
Yep, you guys get real inconsistent.
You real inconsistent, citizen.
You know what, family? Alan.
Ooh, come
Ooh.
on, bro. Come on, bro.
James.
Come on, bro. You real salty over here, bro. I taste the sea off you, bro.
Sinathan.
Yeah,
What were the other topics? Action, come on.
Oh, you want me to? Okay. So, Seed had a question. When was the last time you de-escalated a situation?
When was the time I de-escalated the situation?
Yeah.
When there was no elevator for me to get on.
Hilarious.
Fuck.
Hilarious.
Okay.
Hilarious.
Because Seed is not in here.
See, I heard.
So
Seed can't see.
well, this is a seed topic.
I'm back.
Blind seed is back.
What's the
So
topic?
your
Dude, this
topic
show's
was:
over.
is there ever a time you de-escalated a situation?
You feel me?
When was the last time? What made you ask that question?
Are you a conflict solver or a conflict, instigator?
You know, there's actually jobs based off that.
Exactly. Which one are you?
So who you want to answer the question?
Now, is this a situation that you personally involved in, or you third party?
Both. I did it all in this situation.
You know, seed.
I want to know, are you able to stop the situations? Lonnie, since
Are
were
you
the first-
Superman, Lonnie?
Have you ever just de-escalated the situation?
Lonnie is definitely Superman.
I mean, I try to. I make an attempt to.
De-escalating when he's not involved.
Yes.
That is the answer. I'll take that.
That's not my answer. But the last one I wasn't involved in, that de-escalated. Sheesh. I can't remember that. He's on the spot question.
Sin don't get into situations.
Bro, I
Situations get into
I
him.
seriously try, bro. You don't even understand, bro. I seriously don't. I hate situations that I have to be in to de-escalate.
That's what's up.
Wasn't that long ago.
Ooh, Miss Red knows. She remembers.
She probably do.
She
right here, some
recalls.
shit I'm blank right now. Blank.
Miss Red, would you care? I want to hear.
Baseball bats.
Ooh, Sin beat niggas with baseball bats.
No,
Tell me
no,
this.
no. Amy beat niggas with baseball bats.
Oh,
Amy, you doing what now?
Amy beat, she was hyped.
Amy, you can't play for the major leagues.
I got two by my bed.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on, Amy. What happened? How that happen? You took
No.
it from her? You threw the pitch?
Bad business. That's all it was. Bad business. Bad
Tag
business.
team me.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
How he shot me.
Oh,
Him and
Ooh.
my son.
you know what I'm
They was like, no.
Don't go to town.
Oh,
No home run.
saying?
No.
What's up, man?
Mhm.
You know what
Mhm.
Man. That fight though. We get to that in a minute.
Woo! My nigga Nate Robinson went to sleepy.
So who you want to go next, Steve?
Action.
So the last time I de-escalated a situation, shit, as a parent, I gotta de-escalate situations every day.
That's what's up.
Yeah, they always kicking each other, taking each other's shit, calling each other stupid. You gotta de-escalate the situation.
How that work out?
Uh,
They always kicking each other.
yeah, they always kick each other. So I gotta de-escalate the situation all the time. I just had to do one yesterday morning because my daughter was sitting on my son's head.
Ha 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 ha! That's hilarious.
So yeah,
What?
yeah, she just started sitting on his head and he kept telling her to stop. And then she started crying because he pushed her off. And then it was just a lot going on.
How'd you de-escalate it?
I told them to separate from each other. The next person that touches the other person, both of y'all get in trouble. There you go.
Well, it was the
Shazam.
right lines if it was for me.
Shazam.
I will not sit on my brother's head 300 times.
My daughter is 4 and all she writes is AIYPR. It's like, any different varying sequence. She will get to all of the letters, but they will not.
They won't be in order?
They won't be grammatically correct.
That's saucy. She making her own language.
Yeah.
Hey, the niggas be paranoid. Do you think niggas be overly paranoid sometimes, or do niggas be sometimes like speak subliminally? Like you ever had somebody like say something to you and you kind of feel like it was a subliminal message?
I think it'd be both. They paranoid because they know there's a good chance that it might be a confrontation. So they say subliminals because they don't want to be direct and be in a direct conflict at that moment. Maybe they amping themselves up or they sizing you up like, oh, okay, you know what? I don't really want to go there with him or her right now. Ever.
Or ever?
Yeah. But they want to get their shit off their chest, so they keep saying subliminal shit.
Look, there's two types of subliminals,
Ooh.
right? There's one I like, there's one I don't like. You just being a funny man, you making a subliminal. Make me think a little bit. I like it. It was kind of funny. I like it. But now, if you got an issue, nigga, don't be a bitch and hide behind words like a white man. Let me in my motherfucking face. You got a motherfucking issue? Let me know. I'm grown. I've been beat by my mama before.
Who's the question?
How do you feel about subliminal?
Okay. What if somebody was like, no, because I'm not saying subliminals like somebody saying something, a hate message not necessarily about you. I'm trying to think of a cool scenario. So it's like, you ever feel like sometimes people unintentionally tell on themselves?
They unintentionally telling themselves, I love you.
But I'm
Keep
saying,
on talking.
like, have you ever, I guess that's what I'm trying to ask. Like, have you ever been in that situation where like somebody like unintentionally told you?
Yeah, they do it all the time. If you let people talk long enough, they always tell themselves. Always.
Or dig yourself in a hole.
Just let them talk. I love it. Just let them talk. They just continue on and be like, You ever seen that Family Guy episode where the detective was sitting there with the pencil in his mouth? He was like,
Who's the king of telling on themselves?
No.
All right. Of all time?
That's
The entire universe? Kevin Hart?
I would say it's niggas on social media who be posting like guns and shit.
I never say that. Never say that.
Like
Read
niggas?
anything with a read on.
I ain't gonna get it today, remember?
Louis?
Trumpet.
Wait, who's your?
I don't know. This shit, it's
Yeah,
a
so
rap now.
there's different. It's not. There's nothing.
You wanna go ahead and go?
My niggas done, folks. This has been the Revamp Podcast.
Okay, yeah.
Yo.
Oh,
Excited.
More ABL merch due near Christmas. I got a rap battle December 20th. I'm facing my cousin Lenny T. It should be crazy. Holla at me, man. I'm working on music. I got music. I got stand-up starting next year.
I never played one. I'm always on the same way.
look at that camera. That's that screen.
It's like looking at
Next Saturday, next Saturday. In fact, I got y'all next Saturday.
Wait, what is happening? Hell no.
That motherfucking thing.
You seen
No.
the whole thing all the way through?
Yeah.
Hell no.
I seen Nate Robinson get his ass knocked the fuck out.
Who do you fight?
Some white boy, some YouTube sensation. Some 23-year-old, you know, motherfucker. He like a little nigga, knock that nigga the fuck out.
Some young, some
Yeah,
little dude?
knocked his
What
ass
happened?
the fuck out.
What happened?
Nate Robinson got knocked the fuck out.
Nate Fall?
Knocked the
You
fuck
fought
Nate?
Jake Paul.
Knocked the fuck out.
What the hell made Nate Robinson want to be a boxer?
Nigga sleep.
What the hell made Nate want to be a boxer?
I don't know, but he should rethink that.
Oh, he got like KO'd?
The nigga tried to fight the nigga
Like he was in the streets? Bro, he just paid for the bout. Like he didn't like go through no like
Oh,
like he didn't go through the amateur rounds and nothing. He just was like,
first fight ever.
yo, I got money on.
He ran at that nigga like this. Nigga, the first thing he did was this. Ran at him, nigga, like, ah, what he did.
Bro, what did this nigga think he was doing, bro?
Nigga took like 2 rounds for that nigga to do this shit and said, and the nigga said, straight on the
Bro,
ground.
one hit like that?
Folded the nigga straight down, right here. Wow.
Who was that man been like?
the main event wasn't nothing like that Dave Robinson
It was a
fight.
draw.
A draw.
Them niggas old as shit,
They was
blood.
doing that shit for you.
Nah, it was cool. Them niggas was really fighting. They was really fighting. That nigga Roy Jones did the old school Roy Jones shit. Nigga was slipping that nigga tight and shit. Nigga like, whoa. Give him a little jab. The nigga was bop moving. Nigga like this. The nigga did his thing.
But it wasn't no drop.
Fuck, not
Bro, I don't like a fight if there ain't no drop, man.
Them niggas
It's a
old,
waste
blood.
of my time if
Man,
there's
it
no
was
drop,
cool.
bro.
It was
I'm
a-
watching you just dance around the ring.
It was just two legends fighting, bro. That shit was cool. Two legends fighting.
Good promo. Good promo.
It was cool. Them niggas was been supposed to fight for hella long. Blood, they never got that shit down, but nigga, that was cool.
Built up that anticipation.
That shit was cool.
Ooh, I want to see that Nate fight.
Man, that shit, he
That nigga
followed
fight.
that nigga straight. Oh, nigga, I was like, damn, blood.
Bro, I can only imagine, bro.
And it was fucked up because the commentators kept, and Snoop was on that motherfucker talking shit.
Oh, Snoop!
Oh, man.
Oh!
The nigga was smoking weed and doing all this shit. And that nigga Snoop said, ooh. Hey, he folded that nigga down, blood. So bad, bro. Ooh. All over everything. You see that? You found it? You found it? Oh, I thought you was looking that shit up, nigga. I'm like, man. Nigga, that shit was horrible.
Nate Robinson get folded. That nigga was a hooper, bro. He decided to be a boxer. First fight though. Bro, no amateur round though. What you do? You broke it down? Why are you being violent with yourself? Stop
Why are
abusing
you being
yourself.
violent
Stop.
And I don't never do this
Stop.
shit. That's what's
Stop.
so crazy.
Why are you doing it? Why?
I don't.
Stop. You're abusing yourself.
But now I got to.
You don't. You can just leave it on and tell them just wait.
I ain't gonna front, man. I got folded. So they know I'm scared of what's that.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Ooh, 4 minutes.
Clutch it before
Full
you go.
fight in
Not
4
to go
minutes?
climb up.
Hell no, that shit ain't gonna do it. That shit fucks me up.
Just squat.
Just squat.
You ain't gonna reach you that high. Yeah, you can't squat too far.
Man, I hella did want to go though. It was just other shit going on. That's good for So Louis,
Is Louis really feeling some type of way?
But the only thing is, like, we got the invite for that after
He
we had already
knew what the
committed
fuck
to
was
this.
going on here, bro.
Thank you.
Louis was supposed to be here, bro. Louis couldn't be here, bro.
And
We need to be feeling some type of
And
way.
then didn't give us the address. I had to reach out for the address.
You
Then-
did ask him for the address.
Yeah, they didn't give us the address.
You was sitting right here.
A little later. So then I responded, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm cleaning up. We cleaning up in here. I was like 8 or 9, so.
Mind you, me and C didn't even get to the house till like 3. That nigga had shit to record, so it's like, bro. He knew where we was at. He knew what we were supposed to be doing. He could have came here for an hour or so.
No, because he just invited us to go watch the fight too, but that was at almost 6 o'clock.
Right, no, we are doing a podcast. We're
Yeah,
not
so
gonna,
like,
we're not gonna lead a podcast to go. No, we're not gonna just not do the
unless
podcast.
we
to
do
watch
the
this fight.
podcast at your house.
I thought y'all was gonna do the podcast in this month. I mean, the fight in this month. On the podcast.
We don't give a shit about that.
Everybody. That shit.
Of course, everybody
So,
knows. We need everybody to be on the Revamp podcast.
that's what I'm saying.
We need niggas to just as everybody tuned out to go tune into the fight.
Exactly.
Tune into the
You gotta
Revamp podcast.
incorporate all that shit in there so a motherfucker catch on.
Man, it's enough people that be showing up that can get their people to want to watch it. And,
So you mean to tell me if we play the game in the background, we'll get people to watch?
you know, they're not going to, because we can't even get the people that's here to go.
No,
I was at the Revamp.
you switch it up. You have a fight night thing, and then with the revamp.
I don't know,
You
even
either
before
do
I
it
got
before
on
or
Revamp,
after.
I was reposting y'all shit. I don't see why it's that hard. Like, there's enough people that say that they fuck with us to apply that pressure. Like,
Well,
right,
Miss Ref got a mask on. Good.
share the words, share a scene, share a like.
Oh, look at this wild nigga. Slow down, nephew. He got on basketball shoes.
Now, who's the main rider?
That Hooper.
He used to who?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Bro, this nigga just swinging, bro. He do got on Hooper shoes. Right? Why he ain't got no boxing shoes on? Bro, he couldn't stop by Big Five
He
before
thought
he
he was gonna come in there and do big work real quick, nigga, and get a
Bro, who this nigga thought he was?
He left the YouTube sensation. The 23-year-old white boy YouTube sensation.
Who set the backtrack?
Knocked that Nate Robinson, nigga. Called him out on it.
Bro, what?
Said, nigga, I'll beat your ass.
Bro, who Nate think he is? Bro, how old is Nate, bro?
38. He left the 23-year-old white boy, nigga. YouTube sensation.
Hold on, and you baiting him out there?
Knocked that nigga the fuck out.
And you baiting him?
He tried to
Knocked
They
that
going through a
nigga the
midlife
fuck
right now.
out. They tried to help him up. The nigga couldn't even get up and get in the chair, but I ain't lying.
Bro, you see, bro? He thought he was in the streets with it, bro.
Is it round 3 or round 4? It might be round 2, goddammit. Is it 2 or 3?
Bro, he keep trying to grab that nigga, bro. Like, bro, what are you doing? Ah! They went out there disrespecting the sport of boxing, bro. Oh! Oh! It happened so smoothly, bro. You never expected it. Bruh! Bruh! He threw the same overhand with the other hand, though.
That's all I got right now.
They never saw it.
I'll get a shirt.
Hey, nigga, you drunk, nigga?
No, he got something on barbecue.
Mm.
He's gonna do his shit, man.
Bro, what the fuck?
He's gonna-
Oh, Snuggy. Snug that nigga. Booga.
Lord have mercy.
You heard him though? Bro, this nigga got a hold in the back of his head like, what the fuck was that, nigga?
Let me see. Let me see.
Oh, that wasn't the KO hit?
Bro, that nigga,
Oh,
look at him. You
That wasn't the
heard him.
sleeper one?
Look at him get up though. Look at him.
That's the moment he fucked up, bro.
He wasn't getting up.
Bro, he like this. Bro, that nigga is curled, bro.
That's the first one.
Right.
That's the
Bro,
first one.
that nigga is curled, bro. He is like this. What the fuck was that,
You knocked him
bro?
out twice. You knocked him out twice.
He dropped that nigga 3
He
times.
dropped 3 times? Bro.
But he knocked that nigga out 1 time.
Bro, now this is a fight. This is something I pay to go see.
Alright.
Ooh, hit that nigga. You see Taggy? You ain't never gonna see it.
That's what I'm saying. You never know who got hands, boy.
Look
You
at,
never know who got hands, boy. You got-
look at it! Look at him rethinking his life.
That nigga got his shit
Look, that
right.
nigga rethinking his whole strategy now. Hold on, maybe that's the South part. Which was the South?
That nigga really think it's on decision. That nigga got a migraine
Hold
and
on,
shit.
I'm West, right? Which was my South part?
That nigga ready to call a timeout. He think he on the court.
That nigga like foul, bro. Like you ain't gonna call that, bro? Ooh. Bro, that nigga tripping.
Pardon me, excuse me. Thank you. No, it's okay.
Bro, that nigga tripped on himself, bro.
Oh, what?
Fail.
Washington hurt.
So that nigga, he might get a WWE contract.
You did something.
That's a saucy jacket right there.
Well, just the way he's playing it.
They run go crazy.
I want to touch around a little bit. Yeah, Joe.
What about you in the greatest cartoon?
Definitely put your finger in that side
And so was
Yeah.
the Flintstones.
What finger goes there?
I can't think of a so that I watched one in that when I was little. Probably does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Hey Arnold was the one.
Yeah.
It might be your finger.
I watched
I know these
President
fingers on
Princess.
here.
I never got into
That was my shit. And research.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched cartoon movies? Or
Why you tried to tackle
like
that
cartoon
nigga, dumb,
Trump
bro?
movies?
Why this nigga thought he was that, dog?
Nah, they got one
Let's put up
Yeah.
Dumb, he
Jumanji
tackling
had
me, bro.
cartoon, like cartoon movies.
He's just tackling me now.
You don't know what you're doing, that nigga just sucks.
The street.
Bro, that nigga said.
You got to fight that nigga like street shit. So I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna get off on you real quick, and I'm gonna go.
Bruh, Jake said, that nigga's name said.
I was the nigga with him.
I'm waiting on you to play.
Bro, he started charging, trying to spear that nigga, bro. Snoop said he could probably get a contract wrestling. Snoop said he could wrestle contract, bro.
You gotta read.
Snoop, that was
Go
funny.
hard.
That nigga said, "Oh my God!" Oh, when he knocked that nigga out.
Oh, that's why I had my mouth like this.
Snoop
Can't
in
fly through
Snoop in the WWE Hall of Fame right now for being Snoop. That's how I'm
Yeah, I got it.
Snoop in Wrestling Hall of Fame for being
Let
Snoop.
me see that knockout. Let me see that knockout. What is this?
You let that nigga knock you out like that, bud. There's no, I don't hear nothing from unless you say talk shit ever again. That's it.
He died too.
He's dead. The nigga was dead
He
for
bounced,
like 3
bro.
minutes.
That nigga,
I can't even hear you.
bro.
He was dead for
Bro,
3
he
minutes.
bounced off his forehead, bro. Why that nigga bounced,
Bro.
bro? Why his forehead
Bro.
bounced like a ball, bro?
When
Why
he
he
tried to pick him up, he tried to push the ball for him because he wasn't ready. Hey, why the ref, bro? Why the ref just tits to this nigga out, bro? Why the ref get on that nigga? Bro, because how he fell, nigga.
Bro, that's how I'm looking, bro. He looked like he broke something.
He was asleep before he hit the canvas, nigga.
Bro, look how the ref just jumped to this nigga.
Bro, look, he mad as hell right now, bro. You see the muscles?
He tired as fuck too.
Look, he upset he up in this ring.
Oh my.
Oh shit!
Only your mind
You
was
talking
open.
about?
Only your mind was open.
Bro, that nigga, bro, he bounced off his forehead, bro. Bro, why his forehead was a basketball, bro? That nigga was dribbling right up the court, bro.
I was with all that shit.
I was
One
watching.
more here.
I'm here now.
Oh Lord! Bro, if that ain't the coldest, if that wasn't the coldest look, boy.
Oh, she was still live on the Instagram.
Bro, if that wasn't the coldest hook, bro, that nigga said, boom. And real smooth. It wasn't no accident about it either.
He did it for you. He ate it for you.
Wait, wait.
Bro, that nigga died, bro. Bro, his soul left his body for a second, bro. That nigga was looking at himself like from side high. I was like, oh shit.
He was embarrassed, bro.
This why you don't play boxing, brother? And you can't play with that? Hey guys. He said you can't play with boxing and you can't play with pimping. What's up, bud? What's going on, bud? Yeah, what's up, my niggas, man? What's up, my niggas, man? Bro, we watching this nigga Nate sleep, destroying his entire career in one 4 minutes, one night, bro.
All that shit
2
you working
rounds,
for?
bro.
All that shit he been working for?
Bro,
Oh, nigga, that shit lost that shit in the night.
what made him think?
That was his first fight. That was his
Round.
first
That was
fight.
the most embarrassing
Don't make any nigga
And he was trying to
think
swear out
good
like he was
nigga.
really like,
Bro, he's gonna tackling that nigga, bro. Like he's
Nigga went
gonna
down.
spearing that nigga, bro.
Nigga,
He call a nigga out blood on TV.
and he called him out.
And get
And he
knocked
called
out.
him
Nigga like
Bro,
that.
how
Big,
you?
and that guy, he went to sleep,
Bro,
nigga.
what makes you
That nigga went to
what makes you
sleep.
think boxing is just something that just,
It ain't easy.
Y'all
Bro,
make
I be
it.
telling these niggas that shit ain't easy.
It's over there recording.
you see the shoes that they have?
Shit, whenever they wanted, they was sleeping, you. Nigga, my mama, that nigga was
Bro,
sleep.
that nigga head bounced off his forehead, bro. Going up the cold, bro.
You see how the nigga
Bro,
went down?
bro,
All that shit.
that nigga forehead first, bro. Boo, bro.
That was bang. Well, y'all niggas got a charger, blood? Y'all got a charger?
Slam charger?
Yeah,
Oh, no, it's an edge charger?
yeah, yeah. We do one of them things. Who shit is that right there? Y'all live right now?
Everybody.
Oh, y'all live. Hey, man, add me, man. Shit, fuck what you talking about. Yeah, man. We just get ordered that shit. Don't take nobody's phone off. Boy, that was the worst.
Oh, we still going on YouTube?
I'm like, boy, did you go to sleep?
Bro,
On the
you got
motherfucking
shot
TV?
3 times.
So he went to sleep one time. It was over. That was the embarrassing part. The nigga went to sleep. It wasn't even a regular fun. This nigga.
With the cold right hook, bro. Cold
Yeah,
right
how you
hook.
doing? What you want with Man, I called that. What you doing?
That was drunk. That was drunk.
Why,
I
you
called
smoking?
No, they was.
That's why you said I
It was
see
drunk.
that you was smoking.
I was drinking some more.
I called it. It was drunk. That was a drunk.
You
Show.
called it, nigga. Who?
That was a drunk.
It was.
I called it. Baby before it was over. It
We
was
had a
drunk.
bet.
I'm like, that's
Nigga,
not
I'm watching
even.
everybody do their thing. That nigga, Roy done slipped some shit on me a couple of times.
Right,
I was like, okay, Roy trying to get back.
Yeah, Tyson was not that nigga out.
Tyson got that nigga with a cold ass body blow. And that nigga Tyson said, you ain't that motherfucker.
He said, "I said it,
You ain't that motherfucker.
Yeah, he's like, you took him though. You took
Oh,
him.
yeah, he took that shit, nigga.
He out of pocket.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was saying it was a lot too. That shit was crazy.
Stood up on that one. Y'all heard that shit through the TV. That nigga Roy was like this at the end, though. Like,
Yeah, he was hurt like a motherfucker. I told you when ribs on that shit
That
hurt.
was hurt when he came out. He looked stiff to the motherfucker like a nigga warmed up and sat down.
Yeah.
That's what he looked like when he walked out. Nigga, I'm like, oh.
That was
shit.
sluggish. I don't know. He disappeared.
I ain't gonna lie,
Nah,
that was
he
stiff.
got back though by the
He
second
got
time
over
around.
the
That
shit.
nigga got
I'm like, who is that? That's hell ass.
Nigga, how long you have been working right here, bro?
At the shelter?
Yeah.
Since March.
Oh, okay. This year. I'm about to say, nigga, I ain't never seen you right there, boy. That was crazy. I read this thing the other day. Yeah, we was on my mama house.
All right, then, sir.
What's up?
The ABM, but they got two
Oh, my Lord. Little boy. Got two fingers going up or down. ABL, what's the ABL step up?
Back and all that.
Banging what?
Legacy.
Banging legacy? Oh, okay.
I need an extra. What's that? See in your hand.
Small.
What size is that?
The drum set is so crazy. Extra long.
Give me. You got two hands.
Yeah, he had to say
I want black.
Exact same format.
That nigga said.
Oh, all right.
Down, but you know Louis on this. So if you put it down, you know it matters.
But Louis and black one. I'm a. Why? You're selling it. That's not what you do.
Oh, you got the hoodie too. Y'all gotta get more of these. The only one I got right here.
Yeah, because it's a bigger print.
Why you ain't been doing it?
I ain't seen that nigga run under that chick.
You about to start doing shit. Oh, we just got the president. We got two presidents.
Oh, you got the president.
Y'all got him up, Michael?
Nah, y'all niggas ain't on the president.
Right there.
Oh, that's the president. Yep. So it is. That's a big one too. That's the heat press.
Oh, you been doing them yourself? I'm about to start doing mine. I'm about to start doing it now. This one we got now. One for another one.
I like this.
Want the president?
I like how you did it like this.
So, I'll tell you what it is. Yeah, cool. I like how y'all did this. Y'all put together yourself too? No, I got this one. I
It's tight, but
Okay. I was gonna do some H&M shirts. I'm like, fuck you, I'm gonna take off something
They do that on my top and bottom.
I got some bottoms coming.
I got top and bottom. I got my shit coming out.
Why?
That's why I'm gonna get it to him.
Top and bottom.
That shit gonna be big like y'all.
No, it's gonna be 6 and then 6. 6 and 6.
I'm really
It's gonna take up my front.
motherfucking shirts right.
You see your old ABM?
I mean, it is. It is.
Oh, okay. Sure. I ain't seen that nigga banging.
Right.
See the nigga 2 fingers
That's
down.
what I'm
No.
kind of. That's why I'm kind of just like. Do that. CEO's gonna do that.
CEOs don't do that.
I like that response too, man. That was a real response. That was nice. Genuine shit. You know me. Yeah. Shit.
You know me.
I'm mad. You saw that nigga doing that shit. Like, doing that shit. Don't be a right. Be on his ass though.
No, but he's the whole different part.
That nigga come up under us, nigga.
We ain't seen him approach shit about
I ain't see no
ABL.
EBL shit. I ain't see ELT, nothing. Nigga. I ain't see KFC, none of that shit. I ain't see no bullshit. Nigga don't look like he like promoting.
Right. Like
He don't like promoting.
Boy could have did it for you.
You know, boys say all about them niggas be ABL all around town.
Straight up.
I like how y'all came too for Thanksgiving.
Straight up.
Oh, y'all
Where was y'all at?
Nobody hit me on social
Wait a
media.
minute. Hold up.
Louis ain't got nothing to do with it.
Wait.
Cause I live there too. You, I follow you on Instagram. What's up?
Because we was still in here cleaning up and shit.
Yeah, y'all address that and
He knew what he knew about this way before we got the invite for that.
No, I know. He said he was gonna come here.
But he didn't come back at all. He didn't even help us that no place. Like nobody showed up.
I do it like hella shit.
Like nobody showed up.
I ain't got the address at all.
I didn't get the address.
I'm sorry, I don't follow you on social media.
I'll be okay.
See,
I think I got my number.
you can't do that.
Right. What's up?
So y'all can hit me and I'm just saying the next event, like my son's birthday. Cause I know you guys have kids. I know. And I told him. I said, Dom said, call him personally.
Yeah, we need better invitations.
Yeah. I'ma just next time I'm gonna reach out personally. I'm gonna reach
And
out. On top of that, we had to go pass them out. So we spent our place like 10 o'clock at night and shit. And then West Oakland.
we cooked the whole day and night before.
That's some good plates, huh?
Yeah.
Show them. 10 o'clock at night, nigga hungry.
We had
Hell of a thing. Right before you lay it, 10 o'clock plate. Oh, nigga was loving that. Loving that. It was warm too. Oh, yeah. Need that.
I need some of this for tomorrow.
For real.
One box is so heavy, I had to give it a whole box with it.
Oh, yeah, big place. Hella place, Heard. Good shit.
So what you got on here? Was that was a freestyle? That's what you wrote. Say it again.
What time your podcast about? Whatever you did. This thing is long. Oh, this the one you on this one? Who on this?
You ready, we already recorded this.
You know, Lil Webb been on some time.
He said it'll be here in 30, 40 minutes.
Where the fuck he does cars
Hey,
outside?
them little niggas was going hard on that little on that Papa shit. You see that Papa shit? He was going crazy.
His car's outside.
Them niggas was
Oh,
turned
yeah,
up.
he was. The girl was standing right here.
On the video?
She was going out.
You ain't see the video?
I seen the girl going out.
You ever seen the Papa video?
Yeah,
For real?
because he was right here.
Huh? Nigga, that shit was lit. Them niggas was turned up. Dimitri, Prince was turned up. Them niggas turned up. Larry was turned up. For the Papa video. Larry? Yeah. He was on. He was getting you. Well, he was doing hella shit. That nigga was. My shit charging.